Hello, everyone, and welcome to Legend of Zelda: Echoes of the Past. I am Jade / Mega Marine, your DM for this evening, and I have wonderful players. Say hello, wonderful players.
Hi,
Hello, wonderful players.
Hi,
Hello,
wonderful players.
Thank you for fitting my Dimension 20 addiction.
Of course, anytime.
You're welcome.
This is episode 11. This is episode 11.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh dear
The
God.
big
1-1.
And after this, there will be a small hiatus for the holidays because I need a break. And
Yeah.
people need
It's
breaks.
It's the
Christmas.
mid-season finale.
You could call it that.
I
I'm
hate
also
how you
in-
played that.
It's also because
22
I'm in
seats.
retail.
Yeah.
I'm in retail, and my schedule is about to
Oh,
be hell.
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
work a 9 to 5.
I work security, so don't worry. But I work graves, so I'm fine. Anyways, last time on episode 10, after our interpret heroes had made their way into a forest next to Kakariko village to try and figure out what was going on with the Great Fairy, they managed to defeat it and found that some sort of creature had dropped off something from the north that trapped, in a sense, the Great Fairy and took over and began YouTube pranking the village nearby.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
YouTube pranks in the sense of like these things will actually harm you,
Yeah.
which is not good. So
No.
after helping deal with that by beating the shit out of it, you guys freed the fairy and managed to get some rewards, as well as some more headway into your own personal quest, in a sense.
Mhm.
On the way back,
Yeah.
a lot of you had a bit of a discussion over a definitely not cursed blade that somebody
Mhm.
happened to have grabbed. That
Mhm.
honestly took up most of the session, which I'm glad because runtime. Anyways, yes, Fletcher.
It's fine. It's fine. We all make mistakes, really, and it's not like we could have known for sure that the blade was cursed.
You couldn't have known for sure.
I mean, there were warning signs, but it didn't. There wasn't a sign taped to it that said it was
There were
cursed.
red
so-
flags, and Ikora was attracted to all of them.
Yo, red flags.
there were red
orange
flags, and Ikora
yellow
was a
flags,
bull.
Pink flags. Who can say?
Ikora was
What
a
can I
bull.
say?
I'm
She.
saving that. That's a good.
That's a good one.
Thank you. So after making your way back to Kakariko Village and uncursing Ikora, a lot of you met Purah, one of the oldest people to live, who looks like she's in her 20s, by the way. Absolutely great skincare routine. One of the oldest people to have ever to live in Hyrule itself, and major of Akala Flights, who was called upon by Paya to assist you on your journey by providing you with a bit more information as well as a teleport all the way up to the northern region, so you can head to Ikora Forest. Faster.
You've unlocked fast travel.
You cannot
use.
use that all the time because she needs it for a lot of things, especially right now.
Yeah.
It's like Rain World.
Understandable.
You get it once.
Get it once.
Once.
Everyone gets one.
Everybody gets one.
After learning of the issues that are currently ongoing across the region, and deciding that your best bet might be to not only talk to the Great Deku tree, but also head over to the the Gorons after to try and assist with the region freezing over. You know, the region that's supposed to be hot and like magma-y.
And Death Mountain is actually fucking dormant, and that's terrible. Actually,
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Not a good
Gorons
thing.
are starving.
The Gorons will starve.
They're cold.
They are not
They're
meant to survive in
hungry.
that
Let
environment.
them in.
they're lizard people.
If you're cold, they're cold.
They're cold. They're cold.
Delightful.
So, after exchanging some discussions and making up a plan in which
Mhm.
Ine wrote on the map and then permanently erased everything that they wrote once they learned that they were being teleported.
Yeah.
Uh, I think we can pick it up from that night as
Mhm.
Lewis. You stay with Constelle and the others, right? Or who do you sleep with? You guys got 2 rooms, correct?
Yeah, I was originally staying with Sonnet and Ikora.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will say
Sonnet
that
went back to go sleep.
that's fair. Again,
Mhm.
this is the night after, like this is the same night as the discussion you guys just had,
Mhm.
because you guys don't have a lot of time before you're gonna be heading out. In fact, you head out tomorrow morning once Purah has gotten some sleep. So,
Mhm.
Lewis, Ikora, and Sonnet in this case. Well, Sonnet, you're asleep. The 3 of you.
Yeah, no. Sonnet went to bed and passed the heck out.
You hear a light knocking on your door.
Ikora,
I can get it.
Okay.
And Ikora is gonna get it.
You open the door to see Purah behind it, and she looks at you, looks you up and down, and then looks past you towards Lewis, and he says, "So about that chat."
Yes. A moment. And he's going to look over at Sonnet and just very carefully make sure the blanket is properly around her before walking out as quietly as he can, which is surprisingly quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think
you
Ikora will probably ask if Lewis wants someone to come with him, or if Lewis would rather Ikora stay here with Sonnet.
I can take care of myself, Ikora, and I'd rather you watch over Sonnet, please.
She will give a nod at that and flop back onto the bed. She's cool out here.
fantastic. I could use an assistant, and I can help it notice that.
Constelle might be better.
Perfect. Is she in the other room, or he? Sorry.
Yes. I
Brain fart.
believe he
good?
went down into his mobile laboratory. Is that what we're calling it?
Oh, he
Lewis
has one
mutters to
too.
himself.
Of a sort.
So he opens the door to the other room and walks over to the hole and just like knocks right beside it before peeking in.
You see a head poking back out.
Constelle, yes?
Lewis leads back out.
Yes, Purah, right?
Yes. I'm going to be taking a look at your friend here, and well, I couldn't help but notice that you happen to work with your technology, and I could use some.
He kind of perks up at that, and he's just, yes, absolutely. As long as, and then he looks at Lewis, like, as long as you're,
I did suggest you come along with us for it.
Okay, cool. Alright, yeah. Yeah, let me get, and he's gonna go, like, grab, basically just, I don't know, he's gonna grab a kit, basically, of just tools to help them have a looky-loo.
Yeah. You see
he's gonna...
Purah looks at your tool set and just there's a slight smirk, and it's just like, huh. And then walking past the both of you down the stairs.
He is also going to pack up the hole.
Fair. All right. So
Now, I don't think I have to remind the DM that I am currently in possession of the cursed dagger.
no, you don't. Believe me, no, you don't. So, taking this outside, you see, like, similar to the hole, Purah actually rolls out something herself from, like, underneath her pack. Like, two of the little robotic hands that were taking notes beforehand, grab it and hand it to her, and she rolls it out. And you see it looks like a trap door.
Oh.
If you would join me, as she opens it, and suddenly there is a stairway going down, like a wooden stairway, in the middle of this this street.
Constelle has silly eyes.
Amazing. Lewis is gonna follow her down it, just like looking all around it as going.
Stepping inside of the hole, or in the stairway, what you see inside is basically a portable workshop. Unlike what you have, Constelle, this one is, you know, the difference between like somebody who's like a hobbyist for like 3 years versus somebody who's like decided to make like a living out of it. Like, this is what they do, and they've been doing for like the past 30 years. You see around you tools that you recognize. Some you don't, and some you can immediately kind of catch like the use for and think, oh, that would be useful actually.
Yeah.
Not
There's a lot of envy going on here.
not only that, but you also see multiple things that are currently being worked on, like other not a garden. This is not a very big space. It's about like a, let's say, 15 feet by 15 feet. Filled to the brim with like workbenches and like stuff onto the walls itself. You see parts of like mechanical Sheikah technology, as well as certain things from Zona devices that you managed to get a hold of. Like, you recognize a couple of them. Some of them you have no fucking clue what they do. And she immediately, her two arms on the backpack, like, head onto the ceiling and grabs something to like a pair of hooks.
Ooh.
From the ceiling. It says like, right. If you wouldn't mind stepping forward, I'll try to.
One second. And Lewis takes off his cloak that he's wearing.
Good. We wouldn't.
And
These would definitely.
Very carefully and lovingly fold it up and set it to the side.
Right. So, if you would not mind, and the hooks come down, and you can step
forward.
up. She kind of hooks them. They're not sharp. They're kind of just built to like hook onto like the underside of like two things. You see, there's multiple other hooks as well, but two should work fine. And they kind of lift you up as she pulls on a chain, and you're now hanging like 3 feet from the floor itself.
Start moving my legs in the air. This is weird.
Think of it like a swing set. I've never well, forgive me the matter. I've never had to open up somebody who's sentient, so I'll try to be careful.
Delicate. Yes. Careful of your fingers.
With this, she begins grabbing some tools around. Constelle, she begins handing you a couple of tools, and it's just like, hold these for me. You're the assistant here.
Yep, that's fine.
You're passing her tools.
I'm me player okay with that. Constelle might be a little offended, but like, it's okay.
All right. And with that, she takes out a couple of tools and begins to open you up in a sense. Let me actually roll something. Let me grab my dice. I have dice, yes.
Oh.
Consensual
Constelles.
vivisection.
I would also like you to roll as well. At the very least, either Arcana
Wait.
to assist or in
Oh.
a general intelligence or investigation to
Cool.
see what the hell's going on here.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
And while you're within this workshop, you can add double your proficiency.
Oh shit. Okay.
This is a fun one because you're in a space that's literally built for like doing this.
Yeah. Okay. Where's dice? Where's that dice? There. No. Yeah. Here we go. I can, cause that's and then double my proficiency is that. So. Yeah, 28. I have a 28.
28. You know what's really funny? You rolled better than her.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 25.
Yeah.
Fair.
To
be fair, Constelle's known Lewis for over a week now.
Waste.
So, are you assisting here in the sense of are you investigating what she's doing, or are you assisting here like actually pointing out stuff that you figured out yourself?
Likely the latter.
Kind of like
Just.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say she begins grabbing some tools and like poking and prodding in certain places to see like what gives loose, and you're able to point and guide her a little bit. It's to you, Lewis. It's a bit of a tickling sensation, if anything. Before she finally reaches like underneath a plate on the back of your head and kind of pokes at like something and twist, and suddenly your faceplate, like your entire face opens up.
Maybe
it doesn't hurt.
My eye is just tracking back and forth kind of wildly.
There we go. Most of these things have places to open them up themselves and actually take a look at the inner working of machinery. If I was designing a autonomous sentient being, I would put most of its memory and stuff in its head in terms with designs of Hylians and such. And she's looking inside of you, and you see like most of the space is actually just reserved for your eye.
It's a big eye.
Yeah, it's a big eye. Which is interesting because they do not do that here. I guess it would make sense to store most of the brain where you could put more memory. And she does look inside of the inner lining of your plate, and you do see she like scrapes it with her finger, and like it's been damaged a little bit, but you can see letters and numbers there that have been like engraved into the metal, and it's sure it's the ones that spell out your name. It's Lewis, LL0.
LL0015.
Yeah, LL0015.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying something, Hex?
I forgot it. My new train of thought is, well, that makes sense. We know that he's designation living library, right?
I believe
He's
so,
said
because
it
you know
at least once before.
Okay, cool. So he's gonna mention like, well, he's a living library, so it stands to reason they want to maximize as much storage for him as possible and keep it safe. So it's gonna be in a reinforced area.
The eye travels downwards towards his chassis.
Alright. And you see, she has a very big smile on her face. Like, she hasn't gotten to do this in a long time. Like, open up a new, basically variant on, like, Sheikah Guardian or whatever. You see, like, it's a little bit morbid, but there is to the sense, like, multiple like opened up already like little like robotic devices and stuff like that, like parts of other mechanical guardians and such, like littered all across her workbench.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the fun part is seeing how most of your living parts do integrate themselves into your mechanical parts. Whoever did this has to have knowledge as to how you work, as well as how well, if I've done my research correctly, living wood works, which is difficult to work with unless you are a druid and such. Yeah.
Yes. There was someone I spoke with in Lurelin who said as much.
See, Constelle, I would like another check, please. She's also gonna.
Oh boy. Which one? What am I rolling?
Same thing. Whether you're helping see
Cool.
what she's doing, or assisting by pointing out stuff, and or actually getting quick and dirty. With your knowledge,
Cool.
she accepts that perhaps she could use a little bit of help. You rolled a
Oh,
nat
good.
fucking 1. Holy shit!
Wow.
Purah, what the
Nat
fuck?
1?
You're supposed.
Wow.
You have like a plus 14.
L plus ratio
Wow.
plus.
Time to invoke DM power, maybe?
No. I roll with the
Okay.
punches.
Funny.
Understandable.
I'm here like that makes sense.
Yeah. Constelle, what did you roll?
A 26.
26. Thank God. Because you see, like, as she begins working down her, the Lewis's chassis, she begins, like, doing the same thing, like, poking, prodding, trying to figure out where the opening might be that you twist and turn to open up the mechanic, the parts that help protect the innards. Before you see her kind of, like, drag it and almost, like, cut a wire.
Let's see. Okay. I imagine actually like his braid catches her hand. Just no, that we don't need to be cutting wires. Maybe how about you? Here's. He would he word it even any better than this? No, he has 0 charisma. How's about we ask Lewis to open up a certain part?
You see, she takes it in stride. Perhaps you can just open it yourself. Lewis, can you open your chassis?
Can I DM?
Feel free
Do
to
I
roll.
remember the process?
Roll me a Constitution check.
Okay.
This is just like a straight check, no proficiency, just to figure out. I would think this is Constitution.
Okay. 14 plus 5 is a 19.
A 19.
Mm-hmm.
Within your memory banks, a certain a certain process begins like a maintenance mode in a sense that upon beginning to run it, you can immediately feel yourself like memorize like, oh, we can open and detach a lot of ourselves, and immediately like certain parts of you begin opening. The inner stomach and the inner lining like open themselves. The I need to fucking hold on.
As this is happening, both Constelle and Purah hear Sentinel mode deactivated.
You do see, by the way, that Same as you probably, Purah does not get a nice face upon hearing that.
Yeah.
But it's deactivated now.
It's deactivated
Yeah.
now.
Huh. Huh. Constelle looks like he licked a lemon.
Right. And not only does that open, but also your compartments where you can see the curse dagger and the hammer that you use being stored. All of that
Yep.
opens up itself
And sitting with the cursed dagger, like right under it, is a slip of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Without taking the dagger, can I read the paper?
Would you say it's covered up by the hammer, or can they read it?
The hammer's in a separate compartment, like
Perfect.
it's attached beneath it.
Yeah.
So it's only the dagger that's blocking the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's big enough that there's space in there. Both of them could read what it says if you don't mind sharing it with us.
Here, let me find the exact wording, because it's worded a little weirdly.
Oh boy.
On purpose. Where did I put it? It says, what does it mean to live? That's it. That's all that's on the paper.
Hmm. Hmm.
I need to
Okay.
open the questions.
Alright.
Interesting, at the very least. Was this with you?
It's just the only sign of anyone having been around me when I woke up.
Tell me more about that if you don't mind. Where did you wake up? How? As she begins like looking, and you guys can both roll again as you're looking at the inner workings of Lewis.
All of the lights, which I'll call eyes from now on because that's what I've been calling them, kind of like dim and bright.
Jesus, Constelle.
And Constelle knows that's Lewis's thinking. I was in a lab. It was decrepit.
Actually, no, you know what? I want a guidance for this because I think it would be funny.
And the only thing I registered on my hearing sensors was the drip of water. And the arms go click, 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 click as he moves them in demonstration. These are not standard to my design.
Wait, which parts are not standard to your design? The wooden parts?
The
or
arms.
The arms?
The arms are not standard. They're not unusual, but they're not standard.
Also, by the way, I fucking hate you.
I love you.
I rolled a fucking 30.
Face. Constelle, style on her, style on her.
Shouldn't have given you double proficiency. Damn. No, it's all
We
good.
should not have, but here we are.
Pog, 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 pog.
To be fair, I did roll at 16.
At
You
least
did.
Purah got a 30 this time.
Yeah.
Dirty 30, yo.
30-30 and a dirty 32.
Listen, I got the 29 and I was like, I want guidance just because I want more.
No, that's fair.
I do not understand why this note was left with nothing else on it. And Lewis looks right at Constelle for a moment because they've discussed about his purpose before. About
I don't
Lewis's purpose.
Yeah, I don't
It was
recall
on the
right now.
trip. I'll remind you, Lewis said he doesn't know what his purpose is.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought we had. Okay. Okay. I thought Constelle had hypothesized.
Yeah, he hypothesized that maybe it was to learn.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So with a 30 and a 32 from Purah and Constelle,
Yeah.
the both of you begin to take a look at the inner workings of how does one say, how does Lewis, not in a sense think, but tick. You hear mechanical whirs, mechanical gears. There's stuff inside of here that is standardized for most Sheikah technology and Sheikah guardians and stuff like that. Even like you recognize a couple of pieces that you found within that you found within Beshima when you first got him, as well as managed to acquire and fix when you fixed Beshima, and edited him. There's also stuff in here that you, even with a 30, you do not recognize the purpose of.
Which, yeah.
Not only is this thing filled with mechanical parts, but also like arcane sigils and stuff like that, tinily engraved within segments of certain pieces of machinery, which you can't even comprehend to even begin to think what they do. Neither can Purah. The main thing that
Constelle. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Constelle will want to like copy down those runes to investigate later.
It would take a bit, probably more time than you have right now, but you can copy down the main structure and draw like what Lewis looked like if you like.
Yeah.
You do see Purah has taken out like another, like not a hook, but something hanging from the top ceiling again, and it's a picto box. As she begins taking pictures of like Lewis's insides, which is, mechanical gore.
Yeah.
You can see a couple of places where if you stuck your hand, you're not having a hand.
That's
My
fair.
hand.
He was serious about don't touch the eyes and be careful.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But with a 30 and a 32, what the both of you can gather is that there are certain parts here that have been edited. Not only has the wood woven itself like deeper than you thought before, like deeper than you could see from within the parts that you can see from Lewis's outer layer, but like deep inside the machinery, certain parts are being held up or have been totally replaced by some of the wood that exists here, with a bit of like where a human heart would be is just like the beginning of a seed. Also from that, you do notice that the compartment space for the hammer was edited in.
Interesting. Okay.
Meaning the hammer was not an original part, but instead something that was put into it after. You can tell based on how new and like different like some of the pieces look. Certain parts of Lewis have been edited in a sense, but most of the original parts, because Lewis was unfinished, from what you could gather.
It's very clear that Lewis was unfinished.
And it looks like the living wood is basically what finished him in a way.
Lastly, the most important part that you can tell is the memory banks found near the bottom of the says protected by found within like the most protection. Even the the maintenance did not open the chamber where you can see it, but you can read
Mhm.
plainly in Sheikah like memory banks, and that part did not open when you performed the maintenance check.
Understandable. That actually makes sense. So that might actually need a password or like an administrative access to open.
You see, as you speculate all this,
Do they look damaged from the outside?
the memory banks,
Do they?
the memory banks themselves
Louis
don't look
is
damaged from the
asking
outside, though.
that out loud.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Constelle's gonna respond with then. No, they look perfectly. Well. They look perfectly well protected.
For somebody who's supposed to be a living library, this is the area that has been the most protected.
Then there's something else preventing me from accessing some parts.
You say you can't remember much, right? After you woke up.
I woke up, and that's when my memory starts. But sometimes there are things that I think about, and they come easily, or they access denied. I cannot access them. And as much as there's ire and a little bit of anger in the voice, the eyes stay blue. Whereas before, they would have turned pinkish.
You see, she begins stepping down. There's a bit of a ladder that kind of elevated itself, like a bit of like aperture science plates rising up to meet you and make a platform around you. And she steps down from it, leaving Constelle behind, and starts picking up different tools. Constelle, if you wanted to do anything, now would be your best shot before Purah looked.
I'm trying to think of what he would do.
If you wanted to. This is just me saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think if he would do anything. No, I think he's just gonna like keep kind of investigating around, see what the oh, excuse me. My brain died.
You're good.
Pets you.
You see, most of what she's grabbed are cleaning tools. Stuff to help and fix and turn off certain mechanical bits. Because you can't see this would turn off and allow for maintenance and cleaning.
I did actually have a thought. So, you mentioned we could tell some parts were added, kind of.
Yes.
Were additions.
The age of some parts don't match others.
Yeah. Does it look like the memory banks are an add-on?
No. I will say with the 30 you got, the memory banks are not add-ons. These have been here forever.
Okay.
Or they're about as old as the oldest parts you can recognize. You've never seen such intricate like memory banks before. Like there is a bit of like how a computer has. This is like a hard drive. This is like this is Lewis's like long-term memory. Lewis has like a RAM, like a short-term memory in a sense. And you do recognize this is like a much more advanced version of that allows Lewis to like store, learn, and do all of this.
Yeah. Cool. So that hypothesis is immediately disproven. Cool. Or well, maybe not immediately, but it's mostly disproven. Cool.
You see, as Purah begins taking out some tools and handing some others to you, Constelle, get yourself to work. You prove it yourself useful, and begins turning off. Like your arm turns off and just dangles.
Purah gets a side eye, like.
Look, she makes
Slight
straight
offense.
comments. Her charisma is also not that high.
Yeah.
when her arm, when his arm turns off, it goes click, 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 click.
Mhm. And you see they get to work. They get to work at cleaning at you, taking out bits of pieces, bits of like where a root has grown in a place it shouldn't, and has been like preventing like certain parts from working correctly. They now begin twisting in such a way, greasing up certain parts. This is a tune-up.
Yeah.
A bit of it tickles. While she's cleaning, she will mention, what I don't understand really is... And she holds that thought for a moment before saying what she thinks. Why would a living library, somebody who's supposed to learn and hold knowledge... The Sheikah did not create a lot of utility guardians. At the very least, not like you. Your design matches more of, and you hear Constelle what she's saying, and it is true technically from what the knowledge that you have. Your design matches mostly with battle guardians, the kind of stuff like that. The hammer in of itself being a new addition tells me that whoever added you or made you not only is an incredible engineer and but also wanted whatever you learn to remain protected. It makes me think that there might be more inside of and she taps the memory banks, than you're obviously able to access, and that makes me curious.
There are things that are inaccessible to me in my memory.
Yes, quite. If I had more time in my personal workshop, this is just a small carry-on I have, which, small, 15 by 15, still filled to the brim.
Yep.
Yep. I could try and access your memory banks and actually look at what's in there. Plus, also take out some parts, maybe make... No, not for free. I don't have free time, no offense. Few upgrades, the stuff of the like. I could think of a couple of things that I could add in here. But... And she begins closing down after finishing cleaning. Any thoughts? And she looks at you, Constelle.
Constelle's thinking. And then he looks at Lewis, and first he asks, "How you feeling?"
Tilts his head to the side. Are the arms still disengaged?
Yes. Or no. Like they've put you back together the way that you were, using the picto box that they had taken pictures of earlier as guides.
He just kind of stretches his arms out and compacts them.
You ever gotten a massage?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like right now.
Loose. Than...
Good loose or...
Good.
Okay. And then he thinks a minute. And then he says, "Are you able to..." I'm trying to figure out how he would word it, because I know how I would word it, but I don't know how to translate it into Zelda, which is basically, do you have access to a list of authorized users?
I mean, that would just
Yeah.
be it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be your best way to
Okay.
put it. Which she would
Yeah,
say,
okay.
"Oh gods, no! They've certain parts of the Sheikah that
Mhm.
Sheikah databases has been remained unfamiliar to me, even if I've managed to, for lack of a
Mhm.
better term, hack my way in. I do not think you'd want me to do that to you.
Yeah. Constelle looks at
Access
Lewis.
denied.
Okay, cool. That answers that.
If I knew, then maybe I could. And there's a fans whirring and a click, 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 click sound. And Lewis does not complete his sentence.
We had somebody who had an actual These are the days in which I wish I had some other device that had higher access to most of the databases, because that would be as easy as just kind of plugging you in and bypassing most of your access points.
Device.
Either way, that's about as much as I can get done here. If you had any more questions for me, now would be the best time before I kick you out of my room. I have a few things to think about.
Lewis had asked what kind of device.
And anything that
Yeah.
a high user base would have used, administrator, anything that functions. Honestly, anything. If you could bring me anything that has a database and functions within the same system that Lewis does, I may be able to use it, but those would be hard to find, and you'd be digging through the same stuff I've been digging through forever. I've been looking for something like that.
Would one of those shrines be suitable?
I've been inside of shrines before. If I understand what you're getting at, most of them, no. Most of them are.
Did you? There is one we found on our journey that was broken before.
Hmm.
Lewis looks at Constelle.
Yeah,
Almost like
Yeah.
asking permission to continue.
he he motions yeah, go ahead.
And he probably came in with his pack and put it with his cape cloak. So he maneuvers over to his pack and pulls out his notebook and flips to the page and shows Purah the sketch of a Zonai skeleton. We found I think a lab where Sheikah and possibly Zonai were working together.
You say the Lower Lurelin region, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I haven't myself been to that particular shrine, I'm sure. There are hundreds of them all across Hyrule that I have not had the chance to visit. I'll make note of it. But, yes, I am familiar with the Zonai skeleton, with the Zonai and what is found inside of most shrines down below. This is not an isolated occurrence.
Did not know if it was.
It's an interesting dilemma. A bunch of skeletons down below of, well, not a race long gone, but a subset of our people. Just poofed, gone.
like they all died all at once.
Right. And you see that's another, like, you yourself are a puzzle that she's been spinning gears in her head about. And you see the moment that this is mentioned, this is another puzzle that she begins spinning another gear about. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a go-around philosopher that says that those who don't know the history are forever doomed to repeat it, which is funny to say within the context of our history. But there's another that my niece Paya, or my aunt, no niece, yes, my niece Paya. I always forget because they're one of them is supposed to be older than the other, but they're age-wise, yeah. My niece.
Purah forgets because Purah looks in the mirror and is like, "How can I be as old as I am?"
Yeah. My niece Paya brought in a quote from the Locomo from outside of Hyrule. That's a familiar sentiment. And oh my god, I'm forgetting the quote itself because I wrote down when I read it because I was like, oh, this shit's fucking good. I should actually save this. Those who want to repeat their history will forever attempt to stop it or stop people from looking at it. And she looks at you.
Me or
Lewis. Sorry, I should have specified.
Okay.
The eye shifts so that the little like shelf thing kind of is up top.
More stuff to think about, of course. Always fun. You know, living through two major historical events will put you in a mindset, of course. You know,
that's not Lewis laughing. That's me laughing.
Yeah, I hate how relevant that is as a phrase to us.
It's very relevant, especially to two people in the room. Lewis just doesn't remember.
Yeah.
So he's not
just in general, as humans and as players, like Purah has been faced out like by 100 years. This is man. Anyways. If you don't mind, I need to rest and overthink some things, as well as head on over and start. That's what Purah does.
Honestly, though.
Yes.
As well as start investigating
we
this this issue that you brought upon me with the divine beasts. So, honestly, probably talking to Sidon is the better idea, and he'll give me the easiest access to it. Okay. Add to my workshop, please. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Yep. Out he goes.
And Lewis follows up behind.
And with that, a lot of you head out, and you see she just kind of closes the trap door. What are the rest of y'all doing as you're resting?
I don't know. I guess we can just abstract this so we don't have to have a long conversation, but I feel like Ine would try and go to the rose bush and just essentially either send a message via the bodyguard or go in herself. Like, hi, fairy situation dealt with. You mentioned something about like ferrying like materials or stock or whatever, because I'm about to head out tomorrow.
You see the moment that you mentioned that, she pulls you close and gives you a little kiss on either cheek. The guard was like, moment the guard saw you, opened the door for you. Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. You have no idea how much this helps. Did Yes, do you need something shipped across? Sent? I'm willing to do this one for you.
Not yet, but I was under the impression that you wanted me to help in some way, but no, I don't need anything moved across, but thank you.
You said you're leaving tomorrow?
Yes.
Where are you headed, if you don't mind me asking?
Going north to the... Is it Korok Forest? Is it Korok Forest?
You're heading through the Korok Forest, but you're being dropped off right before Faerun Forest Town, so that way you're not in how does one say
the middle
in the middle of the forest, because you cannot teleport into the forest itself, and if you teleport right outside the entrance, people are going to see you, and that's gonna be weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be suspicious. So go.
We were rolling up with a whole group suddenly out of nowhere.
That's the specific town then. She will mention.
You know, if you do happen to have some room and within your equipment and such, I do have some stuff that I'd love to have delivered. I'd pay you handsomely, and depending on how speedy you are, I might pay you a little bit more. I'm guessing you did not mention the teleport.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. I'm sure we have enough space for transport.
Good. Now, obviously,
Same day delivery unlocked.
couple of rules. Don't open the shipment, please. These are not minish things. These are things for big folks. So they're going to be big boxes. You're going to need a lot of room. My understanding from what well, I'm not going to lie to you. I did have somebody following your little troop around, but seeing as you were with Miss Paya, I immediately called that off. So you're personal safety, you know. And she begins handing you like a small, not a itinerary. I hate that fucking word. List.
An itinerary. There we go.
Itinerary. Yeah. That's how you say that bitch of a word.
Listen, I didn't know that word existed until like a month ago. Don't worry.
A little itinerary of just normal looking things, like bread, bags of dough, bags of flour, carrots and potatoes, stuff like that. Now this is going over to. She hands you another paper. Good friend of mine in favor of Forest Town. Just inside of them, you can find him inside of the development. He'll have your money on the other side. If you manage to get this within, and she looks at, on her mirror, you see she has like a little piece of string, and she pulls on it, and like a map comes out. So she's now looking at a map of Hyrule itself, and she begins like really quickly triangulating like a route. I don't know if you're taking the fastest route there, but if you happen to take this little route right here, you could make it there within a week. If with no troubles and issues, I'll give you a week and a half, and if you get it there within that time frame, I'll make a note of it. And she makes note, signs it, and hands it over to you, and to deliver to. And I need to fucking hold on. I need to pull up
Sound of fantasy name generator in the
fantasy name generator where all your dreams come true. Got a name for you.
Deliver this to Logari within this time frame, and he will pay you an extra 100 gold pieces from the already I'm paying you. And she actually hands you a little ahead of bonus, 150.
Okay. Yeah.
Yay! Money.
You're fucking doing smuggling, bitch.
Money.
You see, she signs that an itinerary as not as a delivery, but instead it does look like she paid you for escort services on
That's fine.
the thing. That's how it works, baby. You can't fucking track. The Minish fucking track this shit. So,
Right.
anyways, you're delivering this to Logani. And, write that down. Hold on a moment. She hands you an address because this is one of the few Minish towns that actually has like an address system, so you don't have to fucking go and find people at random. It depends on which house you're going to and like what district of the house, like the roof under the what do you call it? Under the foundation of the house, such like that.
Yeah.
The foundation, yes.
Okay, yeah, there's an address.
And you see she's a very touchy person. I hope you do not mind. If you ever tell her to stop, she does. But she does kind of run a hand like down from your hair down to your cheek, and she says, "Thank you so much."
Ine just nods and smiles ever so carefully, and then we'll make her leave.
And remember, if you need anything, do feel free to write.
I will. Thank you.
With that, you just fucking made some fucking moolah.
Rich!
Nice!
Rich.
Yeah.
Money.
Anybody else doing anything? I know Ikora and Sonnet, you're sleeping. Ikora, are you doing anything?
Other than chart out how the fuck she's gonna apologize properly for getting like super cursed and attacking the party, not much.
Fantastic. Are you doing that tonight, or are you waiting for that for later?
Roll up in the morning with an apology cake.
Yeah, she's gonna think about it a lot tonight, but she'll probably wake up early tomorrow morning and do the whole making apology breakfast for everyone bit.
Good. Speaking of which,
Also, yeah, little cinnamon rolls that say, "Sorry, I tried to kill you over a knife."
with that, a lot of you enter a somewhat restful sleep. After last night's events, you all get a long rest. But before we move on for the night,
Hell yeah.
Lewis.
Hello.
Lewis, as you're shutting down for the night, this is a question I'll ask you. Yeah, this is a question I'll ask you. Does Lewis dream?
So, most of the time I would say no. But when there's a lot to process, yes.
Okay.
Like the process of committing to long memory.
Okay.
If it takes a longer amount of time.
Lewis, I will just have you make me a wisdom saving.
Okay.
And I'll even give you the DC. The DC is 12.
Okay. Got a +1 to my wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I failed.
What'd you roll?
Rip.
I rolled a 4 + 1, which is a 5.
Rip.
Oh no!
Got it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Time for
Uh-oh.
a consequence.
Lewis, as you sleep that night, and as you're storing away stuff into long-term memory, you've had a lot to think about. Like the process of storing away your memories and reaching from like your short-term to your long-term, in of itself is is an internal process that just occurs naturally, as commanded and debated by the lines of code that made you. And so as this occurs, man, how do I fucking make a robot dream?
Random access
Recordings of
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are bits.
Snatches of different recordings of what he's seen, and
Databanks corrupting.
There are memories that are being stored into your long term that are not immediately alarming, but just like, why is this coming out now? Because these are actually like, instead of like coming from short term into long term, these are being pulled out from long term themselves. Almost like you are accessing them without your knowledge. Pictures of the moon itself, bits of like random history, things of the like, not being accessed by you, but by well, you feel as if it's not you. This is fucking weird.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having such trouble describing it.
No, it's okay. I've doomed us both.
Yeah.
Bits of memory. The moon?
Specifically moons and information on dragons.
Information on what?
Dragons.
Oh.
Dragons?
Oh.
Yeah. Dragons themselves. Which it's almost like,
okay.
Let's just say this: you're having a dream that includes that is about the moon and dragons that night. Like, for the first time, Lewis dreams, in a sense, if you want to put it that way. And that is all I'll say.
Okay.
Wild.
A lot of you wake up well rested. You took a long rest. Congrats, you're alive. Another day.
Hey.
Yeah, baby.
We live!
We live.
Now let's see if we can survive making breakfast.
Yeah.
You lot make breakfast. Do you want to talk about anything before you head out, or are you gonna go meet Purah immediately after you have breakfast?
Lewis is going to be doing something very weird at breakfast, and that he's not actually sitting close to anyone while they eat. He's just sitting in a corner, and he seems to be thinking.
You okay there? Did Purah putting you back together again, or cleaning everything, make something loose or feel weird?
How do you know when you dream?
That's a wild first question of the day.
Constelle holding coffee, wide-eyed, like,
Is it just Constelle and Lewis right now, or?
Breakfast.
No,
yeah.
This
It's
is
rather, like-
everyone is
Yeah,
here
yeah.
at the table except for Lewis, who's a little bit off to the side, which is unusual.
Yeah,
Ikora's
Constelle was
probably-
asking if everything's okay, yeah.
Yeah, Cora's probably bringing in like a shit ton of apology breakfast stuff.
Yeah, no.
Including
I
the
imagine-
sorry I stabbed you.
I imagine Ikora and Sonnet got up a little early because Sonnet offered to help with making the big old apology breakfasts.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very appreciated.
Yeah.
Just that one cake that's like, sorry you got stabbed.
Yeah.
Yes! Good.
Because
I think Sonnet,
there's-
You go first.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, Lewis continues by saying, because I had a very strange experience during my sentinel period last night.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Usually nothing is recalled, as that is the time that I process information.
But this time you did recall.
Mm-hmm. Something about the moon and dragons.
Well, that sounds enough like a dream to me.
Mm-hmm. I've been imagining that Sonnet has been kind of distracted during breakfast, because, like, Sonnet in the mornings goes through the routine of, like, doing the checklist of, okay, what do we have? What do we need when we're going to be traveling? I should prepare this, and that. But the moment, like, Lewis mentions dragons, head swivels around like an owl. Interested. Suddenly.
Hmm.
How much like an owl, and has Sonnet done this before?
Not exactly like an owl. She doesn't have that level of
Okay.
neck capability, but it's nearly there.
Some Rito do.
If Ikora's like right next to Sonnet, since they're like working together, she probably does jump a little bit.
It just
God.
has never happened before.
That, It... Usually, a dream is your mind processing the information it has recently gathered. So usually for those of us who, frequently dream, it's short term. Sometimes things from your distant past come in, but it's just random synapses of your brain firing and consolidating all of that data down and to be, well, categorized later. In your case, it's entirely possible that you had, from all of that from the cleaning and everything, that possibly something was able to be accessed that previously wasn't, and while you were in maintenance mode, question mark, while you were not in sentinel mode, or whatever.
It was maintenance mode.
Okay, so
Correct.
while you were in maintenance mode, it probably allowed that data to be accessed.
You
Interesting.
dreamed of moons and dragons, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
And if going by this theory that you potentially gathered more access on this knowledge, can you... Well, what do you know about them now? Is it information that you can access now? Or...
Let's see, DM, right?
So the information that you have, like that you're pulling from, is like you know what a dragon is, you know what the moon is. In of itself, those
Yes.
things are not that weird to have knowledge of. You know that the moon is a celestial object, far up in the reaches of the sky that has never been reached, as far as you're aware. There have been stories and parts of history told that have to deal with moons, magical rituals, things like the blood moon from over hundreds of years ago. Like immediately bring up, but nothing that like immediately attaches it to a story of a dragon or anything of the sort. Like you know what dragons are. There are dragon protectors of the land. Dragons that just in of themselves live within like mountains and stuff like that. That if you're lucky, we'll see flying around the region. But in of themselves, no immediate attachment to the moon themselves. Those two. They're like two puzzle pieces that don't immediately go together for you in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like general knowledge that you have on dragons and shit.
Lewis starts like talking all of this and then stuttery stops and goes, but nothing that would connect the two.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Make me a real quick, just a perception check as you're recalling
A
your
perception check?
dream. Perception check as you're
Okay.
recalling your dream.
Mm-hmm.
12 plus 4 is 16.
16.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Nice.
You know what the moon looks like. You have a very good picture of the moon. So you pull up a picture of that of the moon that you that you know, that you love, that you have seen every single night, and then you also pull up a picture in your brain of what the moon in your dream looked like, and those aren't the same moon.
Hmm.
That's no moon. Sorry. I had to make a joke.
Lewis strains and then tilts his head and projects it, if he can. That's not the kind of moon. If he can't project it, he's gonna sketch it in his notebook.
Yeah, sketching would be your best idea.
Okay, he's gonna sketch what the moon looked like in his dream, and then flip the book around. That is not usual for the moon to look like that. Yes.
Constelle kind of frowns at that, like. Is this like any moon Constelle would recognize?
It's Majora's moon, right? Just like above board.
I fucking hate this.
Like,
It's got a face in it.
Not a moon you would recognize. No.
Okay.
Doesn't have a very pronounced face in it.
Would it be a moon that Ikora would recognize? Sure, Ikora, roll me a history check.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's see
I'm
if we can
sorry.
re-traumatize my girl.
Back into the trauma pit.
Yay.
Do you ever keep on building up trauma throughout your many, many traumatic lifetimes?
The wheel turns.
Though I am going to laugh at this as bad because she does not have a good history modifier. She's not trying
Son
to
11.
remember.
Nah, son.
Nice.
It's not a moon. It's not a moon you recognize.
Mhm. I'm so sorry that this campaign involves so much past life fuckery, and I
That's
gave my
fine.
character a negative history modifier.
No, you're
It's
good.
fine.
I fucking love this.
It's funny.
No.
Yeah,
none
I
of
think
you
Ikora,
can
like-
immediately recognize it.
Yeah, she kind of leans over and squints it a bit. It's just, weird moon.
Yes.
Perhaps it's a mystery for another time.
Maybe.
Even that.
You see the door of the inn slam open, and Purah
Oh.
walks in. She does look like she slept, but not very much.
I'm gonna quickly close the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shop. I don't have all day, and I need to get going. So,
Oh, right.
Right.
Ikora is going to ask if she can very quickly make sure that she's got everything she needs. You know how whenever you leave an area, you got to do like the last check. Like, did you leave anything in the bathroom? Did you
Mhm.
drop anything under the bed? All of that. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
what happened to the knife? Did we put that back?
Lewis
Not in the
has
hole.
it.
someone has it,
Yes.
and it's Lewis has it.
Lewis has
Yes.
it. It's in its compartment, and if not, it would have been in the hole, which is packed up and kept away.
We can
So-
put it in the hole
worries.
later.
It is safe.
I think Sonnet's gonna be the one to gather their cart and be so burdened
Yeah.
for travel.
I will say, because Sonnet was doing the early morning checks, I think because of the delivery shit,
Mhm.
that needs to be accounted for. So I think they
Mhm.
would have that conversation with Sonnet. I don't know if she... I don't know what Sonnet would say.
Just picturing like Ine just catching up with Sonnet as she's like leaving to go get the cart.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You see the right outside the inn. There's a couple of boxes and a minish waiting for NA.
Such shit in the world. Sonnet, well, Ine would say to Sonnet, I hope this is fine. I know you are the one keeping track of our itinerary, but I offered to help some Minish in this town to deliver some items.
No, that's all right. And like Sonnet is very curiously like looking over the boxes. She won't pry into them, but
Mhm.
curious.
Just seems to be a standard shipment of like food, flour, potatoes, a couple of wheat, Hylian rice, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
you do see a crate of Lon milk.
Ooh.
Milk.
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 Which you guys are putting the cart in the hole, correct? Is this what you're doing?
Are we putting the cart
Does
in the...
it
Can
fit
we
The
put
cart
the cart in
can't
the...
Yeah.
teleport. You've done it
Yes,
before.
you
it goes in the
can't-
hole.
Because you've done it
Yes,
before
it
when you
thought
goes
we,
picked
in
it
the
up.
hole.
Oh,
I thought
you
we
did.
reduced the cart to put it in the hole.
Yeah, the problem here is also what are we going to do with the beasts of burden? Put them in the hole too?
Okay, we can put the cart, we can reduce the cart, put the cart in the hole, sit on top of the beast, and then teleport.
The
don't
beast
think
can
that
teleport
works.
technically.
Oh right. 'cause
Purah
they're
has a limit. How
creatures.
many of you guys are there? It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the wolf,
Not plus Macaire.
plus Macaire,
And I
so
imagine
7.
we're...
7.
And I imagine we have 2 beasts of burden to
8, 9,
draw the
10 with
cart.
Purah.
That's
Yeah.
a problem.
How many can
isn't
Purah
it?
teleport?
I'm limited to 10, and I'm counted on 1. So
Okay.
is it literally 10? Do we have
We can-
exactly enough?
I
'Cause
think
it's-
so.
Okay, so there's going down, there's Ikora, Purah, the 2 beasts of burden, Sonnet and Mikair. Wait, fuck. I haven't been finger counting. Never mind.
6. That's 6.
Plus the wolf
Lewis.
for
I
Ine.
don't care.
Well,
Ine and
wait,
the wolf. Constelle,
does-
Bechamel.
Bechamel doesn't
Yeah,
count.
does
Yeah,
Bechamel
does Bechamel-
count? That's just a
Okay.
still
Doesn't
defender.
count? Okay. Then that's 10. 10 creatures.
You guys are fucking lucky.
No.
Hey.
That's what
I
Purah
was about to say-
says.
I was about to say, even then, we could put the little ones in the hole as long as we're fast.
Yeah, technically, the bypassing of the teleportation numbers by putting them in the hole is very funny to me. You are already fitting a cart plus all of your your materials plus extra
Okay,
from NA
listen, we
in the
can
hole.
If we reduce the cart, then everything on the cart is also reduced. So whoever is on the cart and reduced,
I
then they
don't
can
think
also
that's how
fit
that
in the
works.
hole.
That is not
That's the way it
reduce
works.
doesn't work like that.
Woof. Woof.
Reduce is not your cure all for like.
Okay. Listen.
Anyways,
Okay. You're correct. It doesn't change the size. If the target is not a creature, then it doesn't change other things. However,
Mhm.
if we have Lewis pick up some
God, put some shit in your
Lewis
bag.
would be carrying.
Put it in your hand luggage. Get on
Okay.
the plane.
you're playing
This is just what
Tetris.
packing
You're
from
playing
the airport is.
yeah. You're playing Tetris and Purah is like tapping her foot, waiting for y'all to like manage to fit all this, and then you do it, and you look like half of you are carrying things in your hands.
The wolf has a fucking sleeping bag on his back or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
All right. Don't get more things.
Wear more coats. Put more coats on. We need more space.
Don't
And
worry,
with
the
that,
next thing I'm making is a bag of holding.
with that, you see Purah takes out from her backpack. The two little arms pull out like a part of the backpack itself, and you see like a little screen pop out, and it's a Purah pad, but and she taps on it. Finger does a little circle. All right, everybody, please stand in a circle.
Don't have to tell
Ikora
Sonnet twice.
will- Yeah,
Mhm.
Ikora will do so while
Mhm.
carrying whatever the heck she's carrying. She's
This is a
probably
very-
carrying something.
This is a very, very interesting experience for those who have never done it before. And she completes the circle on her Purah pad, and
Mhm.
a lot of you dematerialize into blue light.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Loading screen.
It is, yeah, there's a little loading screen.
It's a
Everyone
loading
is
screen.
Everyone's walking at the bottom like fucking an anime opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we need to
There's
take
a little-
break and make the loading
There's a little
screen real?
bechamel. There's a little bechamel in front of everyone doing a little dance.
Mhm.
Yeah, we should probably have a break now.
Yes, this is the break
Yeah,
time now.
Because it's
Okay,
yay.
Break time.
Break time.
Perfect.
I'm going to get up a random 5e rule. And that's gonna be the tip that's on the loading screen.
Yes.
All right, let
I
me
love it.
pull up the next.
This doesn't
plan.
have to go and just go to your break. This is for me.
No, it's fine. I'm pulling up the next
Jade.
playlist. Hold on.
Jade.
What's up? What happened?
Please.
Excitement, I hear. I hear.
I'm
Excitement.
pleased, Jade.
Yes. Hi. Yes. Did you enjoy getting opened?
Yes.
Studied like
also-
a bug.
I also enjoyed the fact that I have to
Dragon, my dagger.
Yep.
Yep.
This is gonna be the cycle with the dagger. Somebody is trusted with the knife until they can no longer be trusted with the knife. Then the next person is trusted with the knife until they can no longer be trusted with the
I think you'll learn your lesson.
Shut.
The curse is defeated. Ha! Hey, I saw you across the way, and I was
I was saying I was saying some wild shit in the chat earlier, and I was drinking some wilder shit afterwards.
Workshop cooked. Who said that?
What?
Like a butcher shop for guardians.
Oh.
No, yeah, that workshop scene, I was just saying shit. I'm sorry, X.
It's
We got a
okay.
multi-classer in our hands. No, Pura's not a multi-classer. Pura's her own. Pura doesn't have a fucking
No,
character
I meant
sheet.
the multi-classer was for the person who knew the living wood and the
Oh, okay, yeah,
artificer
that
warforged
understandable now.
weapon. Yeah.
Quite possibly. And or
Mm.
other things. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a possibility for a Warforged druid.
Iggy.
Oh, hi.
That's true.
Vicky.
So there are many
you mad?
possibilities.
Mhm.
Why are you mad, little man?
The possibilities.
The possibilities are endless.
Much
Yeah.
like my appetite
Feel-
for ramen.
Obviously, feel free to zone out. I know. I have. If we're having scenes with other players, like, it's difficult to stay in the zone from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It happens to the best of us.
Mhm.
Even I've zoned out on
Especially
certain.
when most of us have literal focus issue neurodivergency.
Mhm.
Finger guns.
Oh, that's
Honestly,
like
I
why
expected you guys
doodles
to
happen.
zone out and relax.
Just think of it
That whole thing.
like background noise, like somebody's doing a video tutorial.
Yeah, it really was that
Google
vibe,
robot
honestly.
vivisection to study too.
I hope you had fun with that. It was
I had so much fun with that.
I fucking love Pura as a character, and I'm
Yeah.
excited that
She's so
she's to be
good.
played.
So good.
Man, the only reason why Lewis snapped at her last time was because she was talking like Fee differently from him. So
Mhm.
To be fair,
Mhm.
she's never had like sentient beings that she's opened up in her workshop, so
uh-huh.
Mhm. This is
Um,
new.
Lewis believes Fee is as sentient as he is.
Aww.
Oh yeah.
you're probably not wrong. Anyways,
Yeah.
That's a thought. That's a thought, actually.
It's because she literally talked directly at him
Yeah.
Mhm.
and told him
Actually-
it's good to see you awake, basically.
Yeah. Constelle is gonna ask Ikora if she will ask Fee if there is a list of authorized users for Lewis.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
thought.
That is a thought.
Ooh.
Or how to get that authorization, you know.
Mhm.
Just
You fucking-
delighted with how this is going. Also, freaking Ine about to roll in money.
Yeah.
I
Bring in
wasn't
the
expect-
dough.
Genuinely, I forgot money existed, and I think she did too. She was like, "All right, we just help each other out here, right?" It's like, "Oh, here's 100 and whatever." I was like, "Oh shit! Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh right."
Oops.
And there's a paper trail, and you have to write as I was an escort. I
Not
mean,
only
I
is there a
guess.
Hey, There is a fucking there is magic to your like wallet list thingy. Like it has magical properties. Yeah.
I should have asked, but I was gonna be like, yeah, is there do you cash it out if you want to get the actual rupees?
No, it is kind of. Think of your like it's like buying stuff. Like when you buy stuff from a Minish person, their account is pulled up somewhere else, and your account is pulled up, and then the transaction is done over a long distance.
This is my American Express.
Be right back.
The
debit cards, yeah.
You're about to. There is a. Surprisingly enough, remember that song that I sent you yesterday?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Has a lot to do with it.
Oh God. I see.
What I'm hearing is that one day Ine is gonna go to sleep and get paid, and then will be crushed by many rupees.
The money doesn't just appear. The money is just like in a bank account somewhere.
A magical bank account.
It's a magical. You have a magical bank account.
I'm
so
Have you heard
sorry
of
to
an
say.
account overseas? Now get ready for.
Jade,
God.
I'm so fucking sorry.
I'm also gonna
but
BRB real quick.
my first thought was, wow, I can't believe the British invented magic Bitcoin.
Just trust me, it's there. I can pull it out of my account.
It's a magic. It's if anything, it's like a magic credit card. You have a magic like checkbook. The only reason why this technology hasn't reached mass use is because it's mostly used by the Minish, who cannot hold large quantities of rupees, and other people can. And also, you have the fucking mailing system, which is so much more intricate than what like normal people have. Minish are fucking more advanced, like as a society, than Hylians are. I hope you know this.
They always have been, if I recall correctly.
Happens when you hide, and you know your history doesn't get fucking erased and repeated multiple times in a row. Anyways,
The things you could
The
do if you
cockroaches
didn't
of Hyrule.
constantly get wiped off the map.
yeah, it's very difficult to wipe off the Minish.
You'd have to find them first.
I almost drowned like Scooch McDuck. You could swim in a pool of rubies if you wanted to. It'd be very sharp though.
Quite no, for real. Can you? How does a Minish get a physical rupee? Is that a question I can fucking ask? Do you have to just hold it?
That is a question that will probably be answered later.
Nice.
Hyrule-
Down the line.
Hyrule is just a special little place where every once in a while, every few hundred years, it goes, "Hey, watch this," and then it explodes.
Okay, do you want to know the actual answer? Minish are the ones who put money into the economy.
Yeah, I know they're the one, because that's why I know they can have the physical money. I know they have access to the physical rupee. I just don't know how they do it.
This is a question that will be answered later in the campaign.
Nice.
If you go where I think you're going, you will see how it's done.
Cool. Awesome.
I have thought about fucking like the economic system of fucking like Hyrule functions.
Understandable. Does Ine know? Has Ine ever seen someone hold a physical, like...
You've seen rupees being
Go
held.
off
Rupee-
Like, rupees being held and
Okay,
traded.
yes.
Maybe not by Minish themselves, but like by big
No,
folks.
that's what I mean, by Minish, not by...
By Minish?
big, yeah.
It's rare. It's rare enough that you probably have seen it like once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's I hate to say it, but fucking I guess you're right. Managed to create fucking like the fucking Bitcoin and like like magical what the fuck is it called? database. What the fuck is it called?
Oh, like yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It has like a fucking dumbass name. It's a wall that tells people like, "Hey, I bought this," and everybody can look
Yeah,
at it.
I know. I
Shout
know.
The what?
This packet of fruit snacks, which
My-
doesn't have an easy tear.
Bite it.
Not NFTs.
Not NFTs. Blockchain. There we go.
Blockchain. The Minish created magical blockchain that doesn't kill the
Ooh,
environment.
bad.
But it doesn't kill the environment.
I bet you they're the only ones who will be able to do that.
Yeah. I feel like
They
if
are-
aliens invented magic blockchain, it would absolutely destroy the environment.
Oh yeah. I don't think anyone but the Koroks or the Minish would be able to do it without destroying the environment.
Yeah. Not because they don't have the capabilities, but because I feel like the Hylians, they don't have the capabilities, they would destroy the environment. I think the Gorons don't care. They
don't.
They like physical.
They don't.
They like physical.
There
I
is
need that
one.
rocks, baby.
Hold on. There is
Give
one
me rock
Goron
now.
NFT, bro,
No.
and everyone hates him. He's the only Goron and not named brother.
No, brotherless.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
All right, we're is everybody back? What's happening?
I think Obby
Not
is
yet. I think
attacking
Hex
fruit
is
snack.
still.
Hex is making soup. Okay,
Hex
that's
is
good.
still AFK, and I am attacking. I'm attacking fruit snacks.
Yes. Fruits. Oh,
Love me some fruit here.
Anyways, I have a fucking Liz, I'm so fucking glad you asked that question. I cannot answer it right now because it is spoilers.
understandable. I'm glad that you have that in your brain, though.
Oh,
Nikki, why are you so mad?
in fact, you might
Still,
be
until
getting
we're
there.
proved otherwise, I'm gonna go with the headcanon that it just materializes and you get crushed if you're a minute.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Sleep with
Keep your
one eye
pen-
open.
Gotta keep your bank account light. When you get that PayPal notification where it happens in the middle of the night.
Fucking Minish get paid and suddenly they're crushed overnight.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. That's why they have to hide in the ground.
A Minish who's a minor got really good at like bench pressing repeats.
Probably is, honestly.
It's a mountain Minish.
It's one
That is
rupee
mountainous
on
behavior.
each side of a little metal
stick.
bar.
Yes.
A little twig.
We have riveting conversation.
Yeah.
As
a reminder, there-
hypothesis is here.
There are different kinds of Minish, all across Hyrule.
Also,
like,
Jade.
Yep.
Please check your DMs. I think someone may be dying.
What?
Yeah.
Oh!
Someone is imploring you for. Okay.
Marzi, screaming.
I saw Iggy suddenly appear next to me, and I was so afraid for a moment. But then I
Iggy
just
jump
realized
scare.
it's Spec.
Marzi, I saw
Marzi.
what you sent me, and yes, correct. Actually, you're so fucking right.
I can have raisins.
Just accept he's gonna pounce on you and do it.
Like, you speedran that quickly. I did not even you did not have to. Yeah, Spec is there.
Spec is currently in my house because we're gonna do HHN tonight after the game.
Yeah.
And this saves the trip. Spec's currently being accosted by Iggy.
I've also been
While
sent
we're
another
waiting.
DM.
While we're waiting, I found the music that gave me the idea for Sonnet and McCare again.
I've heard this, by the way.
Yeah,
I
I
have
know.
heard this. Also, Hey, I should put a trigger warning
Oh,
for
okay.
the next bit.
Ooh.
There is not going to be any of it, but there will be mentions of possible death.
Got you.
As a small trigger
I
warning
see.
for those who went on ahead for the rest of the session. He's watching me.
By AD.
Damn. Is Beck working on homework? Or is Beck just
Man,
like
it's gonna be
hanging
wild
out?
to listen back to this recording with Jade getting the trigger warning and then us all bursting out laughing.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I can't do anything about him, Spec. He watches people. That's what he does.
It's what he do.
Staring.
You're the one who's doing stuff right now, so he's interested in you. It's fine. My dog is very normal and not a menace. He has never menaced anyone ever in his life.
My extremely normal dog.
Dun, 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 dun. Guess nope, this is actually the right song or the right playlist. This is the Faerun Forest Town music,
Mhm.
which is where you're being teleported. By the way, if you want to see where you're being teleported,
On the map.
on the map,
Yes.
The map. The map.
I'd like
the map.
to
The map.
I'd like to draw your attention to the northern area right next to the Korok Forest, down below the pathway, in that little like chunk right there, above the main river and next to the lake, is a little town called Faerun Forest,
Yeah,
which
you
is
did.
a triple entendre of Faerun, the DnD setting, and
Yeah.
Fae, like the Koroks and the Fae that live nearby.
Nice.
Nice.
Anyways,
Teehee.
Ikora, you've been here.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Random Hylian number 26.
Oh, you know
Yes,
what?
it's
I'm
26
actually.
this time.
I'm going
So
to
she
roll
doesn't
for
have-
two things. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait,
She
no.
doesn't have
First,
to
I
deal
need-
with consequences if she's someone else.
when you're teleporting, there are rules to this. I have to actually roll. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Oh,
this is literally-
yeah, you do.
This is
Yeah.
not summoning circle to summoning circle. This is just straight teleportation. Ooh, this could fuck
Roll
up.
that, roll that percentile, baby.
Roll it. Roll
I
it.
didn't even think about that. Teleportation
It
fighting.
glitches and we immediately end up at the final boss.
Oh no.
Teleport. There we go.
Don't, please.
It glitches and we end up on AGDQ.
Okay, so hold on. We are rolling a D100. You know what? I'm going to let one of you roll this. Is everybody here?
Can I roll it?
Yeah, I'm
Let
here
Obby
now.
roll it.
Everybody's
cool.
here.
Do you want to roll it, Sonnet?
Yay, I can
Okay.
roll it. So it's
I'm
just
going to
a
have you
D100,
guys
yeah?
roll two
Yeah.
different things. First of all, Sonnet, you're going to roll a D100, and Ikora, I need you to roll me a D20.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, we're probably doing it this way, huh?
We got a
Ooh,
60.
60. What a nice number. And an 8.
8.
If only that
And an
was a 9.
8. Hold on.
Mhm.
That's going to be interesting, because that's a nat 20. Okay. Cool.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Beer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, Purah would be familiar with this. So this is actually great. So the lot of you rematerialize, an experience that is weird and a little bit off-putting. It kind of leaves you with like a little bit of a chill in the back of your neck. Something that I'm sure is weird for you, Lewis.
What?
Yeah, like a little bit of a shiver for those that are not used to it. You see that the Beast of Burdens did not like it, and they're just a little bit like. But you guys have been teleported, and you can immediately see a couple of things. First of all, you can see the giant towering pillars that surround Hyrule Castle are now much closer over to your west. Hyrule Castle itself is now visible from the top of the giant hill that it stands on in the middle of the lake. And immediately to your east and a little bit north is Death Mountain, who you see now does not have a stack of smoke coming from it, and instead there's a little bit of a cold chill to the air. Something very weird to have in this area, especially because you've been here, Ikora, and you know what it feels like.
Yeah.
But not too far, about 100, let's say, yards or so off. You guys got teleported into the like a little bit away from the town itself. You guys can see within walking distance, Faerun Forest Town. For those that are familiar with it, Constelle, this town would not have been in the map when you were still before you were becoming Twilight. So this is new to you. Ikora, you've been here before, so you're familiar with it. Everyone else, never seen it before.
Yep. Ooh.
Okay.
Are
good.
the goosebumps normal? Oh.
If you're not used to teleportation, yes.
Okay, good.
I did not know I could feel that.
The wolf is just sneezing from the cold and also the magic, because it has the magic sense now, so it's probably freaking out a little bit.
Baby.
I'm just picturing, when like a dog like rubs their paws on their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Purah takes out a little notebook with the two backpack hands and begins writing down. And feel interesting. And it's just taking notes on you, Lewis. Either way, I have a few things to do that I need to get going off immediately. But do contact me once you are done. Traveling here from, I believe if you travel down this road, and she points down south, south from here and then up north, taking a bend around the mountain, or around the mountains. Or you could just cut across the mountains if you wanted to risk it. It's a bit of a treacherous journey, and your cart might have a bit of struggle, but it could be shorter if you wanted to head to Goron City and Goron Gorge quicker. It'd be better if you head to Goron Gorge first and then Goron City. But Faerun Forest is down that way. I must be heading out.
Understood.
Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
No need to thank me. Believe me, this is going to get worse before it gets better. So, with that,
That's
she just-
reassuring.
I've seen it twice before already. And she does the same thing on her Purah pad, and you see her dematerialize away. And a lot of you are free to head to Faerun Forest Town. Now, you have a delivery to make, but that can be that can be easily like get your stuff out, take the cart out, put the stuff together, so that way you're not you have your stuff and the stuff that you're delivering away.
There's one thing I want to know with the result of the delivery. How flabbergasted this dude from same day delivery?
Oh, the fucking
overnight delivery.
Not just overnight delivery. That's like the shipment order hadn't even fucking been sent yet.
Yeah.
Like, you arrived before the knowledge of the shipment being sent was, and the fact that you have like documentation for it proves that you're real, but they're having a little trouble believing you.
Uh-huh.
Because this shit's hard to fake. If
I'm just picturing
The question
Sonnet and
is,
Ine
would
just like looking
Ine-
at each other.
like Sonnet
Would you
is
guys stall or just deliver it now?
Yeah.
Is the
That's what I was thinking as well. It's like, because we're probably gonna stop here for a bit. I don't know what the plan is, because if we're leaving the next day, then Ine might stall for the next day. If not, she'll just fucking rip off the bandage and do it now.
I believe you're going to Korok Forest, which in of itself is a little bit of a trek. It would take you most of the day, and you'd probably be staying a night at Korok Forest from here. Before heading back out.
But we could probably pass back through here
Yes, you would be passing back
on
through
our
there.
way to Goron Gorge.
Yeah, we could do that. Shit. I think Ine is actually probably just like, it'd be better to just clear it out of the storage now.
Yeah.
So she'll
Objectively, this is the funniest way.
It is also extremely funny.
Now, you are delivering it to a Minish, meaning, I'm sorry, not Constelle, Sonnet, you are not going to be seeing the reaction, but you can hear the description.
Listen, secondhand is better than not at all.
Now,
Yeah.
to describe a bit entering Faerun Forest Town, for those that haven't been here before. Faerun Forest Town is a standard Hylian village with the most, not off-putting, but the most interesting thing being the little shrines that you see. The Minish that lived in other places were difficult to spot. They remain hidden. Here, you can almost see them walking around as normally as the other Hylians. The Minish that live in this town have a fun relationship that you can immediately pick up on, where things are left at small little shrines for the Minish to take, and in turn, they help and assist with stuff around the village. Your project that you left overnight that you couldn't figure out will be done, so on and so forth. It's a real fucking the boot maker that lets the mouse finish the boots for them, that kind of shit. That kind of story.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real and it's here.
As well as like how the occasional Korok. This like my care like pops out of the seat and like walks over to like an alleyway, and outside pops out like two little Koroks that were hiding.
Aww.
He duplicated.
Yeah, he did
Aw.
duplicate. And you see as he reaches, is like, oh, we're so close to home. Yes, we're gonna see that soon.
Mhm.
I'm very excited to finally meet him.
I will say, you guys are getting some eyeballs.
Yeah, understandably, there is a
Nothing new.
Yeah.
there is a moving. Anyone close enough to hear him talk, can hear him talk.
Yeah, not to mention there's Bechamel, a Twilight,
Yeah. We are a
little
ragtag group.
little Rito in a mask that doesn't seem to be like any of the Ritos in Hyrule. And then there's random Hylian number 26.
Yeah.
I will say that there are other Rito here, by the way, because they've been while they're not difficult to spot, especially in Lurelin, they weren't very common in Kakariko. Here they're more abundant with such close proximity. Trying to fucking catch a fly that's been flying around my room. You're given wide berth. White burr.
Yeah.
I hate that word. But for the most part, allowed to pass through if you guys are heading straight to Korok Forest. Are you making the delivery now? Or...
I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
go
I
ahead.
think before they got into town, actually, Sonnet would have gone to random Hylian number 24. And ask Ikora, do we want to make sure the sword is using message? Also, to keep it quiet, do we want to make sure that the sword is well hidden before we go into town?
Yeah, really good idea. And random alien number 26 shuffles off their backpack and sets it down on the ground before rifling about in the contents to push the sword way, way down.
Okay.
There we go. That was one of Sonnet's worries, and now the worry is gone. Pog.
Nice.
Good thing you did that, because you also do notice a small little bit of an uptick on guards compared to when you were first here, Ikora. Apart from that, you guys are travelers. This is a town that's very close to a main one of the main capitals, so it gets a lot of weird folks coming through here. And while you do get some eyes, it's not unusual. Whatever.
Lewis is gonna stick fairly close to Constelle and Bechamel.
You almost don't look odd together.
Yeah.
Almost.
Instead, we're just an odd bunch.
As you reach the further edges of Faerun Forest Town, behind it, heading towards the path of Korok Forest, there is a couple of guards standing by at like a gate that says now heading to Korok Forest, who do look at the lot of you and say, "Halt! What's your business?"
I think Ikora. Well, is Mikhail sticking out of Sonnet's basket?
Always.
Not only is Mikhail sticking out, Mikhail jumps out and says, "I'm here to see Dad."
Oh.
What about the lot of them? They're with me.
Well.
We're just
Sorry, you lot were saying something. I kept interrupting.
You're all good. But yeah, no,
Obby.
Sonnet would say we're just passing through, so.
We are with Mikhail. Which is probably the first thing Lewis has said since they entered Faerun Forest Town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The guards look at each other and kind of look at the lot of you. There's been a uptick in recent activity. You'll have to forgive us if we're a bit of worried about a weird troop. No offense. Entering.
That's understandable.
Entering the Great Korok Forest, especially without any protection. At least you happen to have a guide, and looks down at Mikhail.
I am the protection.
I am the law.
Lewis very seriously says, "I am the protection."
Quite. Roll me a persuasion check. Who was it? It is the ones who spoke, so it would be Lewis and Sonnet.
Take guidance.
One of you can give you the other
Guidance
advantage, or you can both roll.
Take
Yeah,
guidance.
I'm gonna
Freaking-
give.
I can guidance
Sonnet
myself
advantage.
and freaking.
I'm gonna give Sonnet advantage because I've got a -2 to that.
Yeah, that's why
Cool.
like who's gonna do it?
persuasion, yeah? Hang on, I'm
Yes.
trying to find it. Persuasion. Oh, that's the wrong chat. Hang on. 20 plus. And then advantage. And then plus a d4 after it. Ooh!
Unnatural 20. Okay.
That's good.
Let's go.
Oh,
Yippee.
yeah.
22.
A natural 20. 22.
Or not.
Mhm.
It's a dirty 20. 22. Okay. With a 22. All right. And you see both guards just like, one of them just says like, I do not get paid for this. And just opens the gate. And Mikair just walks by while waving.
Aw.
That's what I
Aw.
thought the guy was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, thank you.
Don't mention it.
Ikora
Sonnet does a
will...
polite little bow and then hurries on ahead.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And Ikora will follow along.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis is going to attempt to mimic Sonnet's bow before moving on.
Oh.
Your Honor, they're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now you're entering Purah Forest.
Oh boy!
Fun time. Ikora, you have experience with this. Last time you were here, it was a bit of a maze, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And being guided by 3 different little stooges.
Yeah, whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Ikora is just gonna stick close to Mikair and probably caution the others to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, I should have mentioned this. The handle that's behind Mikair has grown longer. It is now like almost 3 feet.
Mhm.
No, that's a tripping hazard now.
That's
And it
considerable.
bends a little bit at the end.
Again, it's a handle, and you just grab the care, like a candle.
There, buddy, you feeling all right with that?
Oh? With what? And he
That's
turns around and
new.
almost hits one of you.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on! Like, Sonnet very frantically does like a hopscotch to not be
Hey.
tripped
Hey, by the way, can the care fit in the bag anymore?
With that handle?
with the stick.
Not
sticking
all
out
the
of it.
way.
Probably, yeah.
It kind of like bends a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
You have something growing out of your. Well,
I do. And he
Sonnet.
starts trying to turn around to find it, to like look at it.
It just hit so many ankles.
That's not normal.
I mean, I don't know. Is
it's
it?
never happened before.
Sometimes
Here, like-
likes to grow branches, but I don't believe I've ever seen anything to that extreme.
I mean, you saw Sticky,
Like,
but not like
Sure.
this. Sticky grew up. This one grows sideways.
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah. I think Sonnet, to like help Mikair be aware of how long it is, just taps the end of it.
I don't feel it.
Oh.
Here, and Ikora will tap a little more forcefully, maybe a bit too forcefully. She's not the best with physics.
When you do though, you tap it forward, and you see Mikair bends over, falls into his face, and the thing breaks off.
No! Oh no!
Ash, sorry. Ikora's gonna gently pick up Mikair and sort of brush him off.
I'm fine.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, I want to see it. Did you get it?
She's gonna set Mikair back down in front of the stick.
Sonnet is holding up the stick. TM.
Mikair holds out like hands to grab it.
Hands Mikair the stick. TM.
It's me.
It is you.
And you
It
see
is you.
you see a little bit of magic like pop out from Mikair's hand, and like a pair of like little like not like what the fuck are they called? Not nuts. What the fuck are the walnuts? appear at the very end, and like he moves just hanging from the very end of the stick where it bends, and he like shakes it up a little bit and does a little jingly noise.
Oh
Oh,
my god, he
Aw.
made maracas.
He made a staff.
Oh my god.
oh
that
my god,
hurt?
he made a fucking star.
Oh! These are real noises that Sonnet is making, by the way.
You know,
Lewis is just staring, and now he's writing in his book.
yeah, do you know the Lemmy show with the feathers and the steel?
Mhm.
Where he's like being told and he has that like look of mild like upset and disappointment and confusion. That's Ine's face.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
What's wrong?
Like I understand, but also oh.
It's okay, this is probably normal.
I'm
Uh-huh.
so powerful, and you see he just stamps his staff down and is going to cast Goodberry. And you see like a bunch of berries like start growing at the end of the staff, and then just like pop, 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 like pop, 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 and like all of them pop out.
Beautiful.
I want the wolf to take at least one of the berries.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the best.
I love so much.
Anyways, we should keep going now. I want to go see Dad.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
My character has a staff now.
Mhm.
I cannot believe
He did gain 1 level of Druid, so
he did.
Yeah.
He did, and he's doing so good.
He's doing so
Doing
good.
so
I'm so
good.
proud of him.
I love him.
Doing great.
So, following Mikir's directions is a little bit of a interesting journey, because he'll take you around a rock 3 times before you go forward.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Constelle, who has never been to the Korok forest, just has to assume that this is required.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis
Ikora,
also
you know
assumes that
this is required.
Yeah, Ikora is just in for the long haul.
Listen, Sonnet's not gonna question it. She
I'm just
trusts
thinking
Mikir.
about, did we leave the cart behind?
That's a good question.
Or are
you
we
can bring
taking
it.
the
You can-
cart through this?
You can bring it with you.
I mean,
People go into the Korok forest to gain like materials. It's just a very difficult place to like walk around, because there will it's
Yeah,
it can get really dark, and like even during broad daylight, and there will be things that prank you.
Yep.
yeah.
You have to
I
respect
think
it.
Sonnet would have suggested actually leaving the cart behind for this, because tough journey on cart. We might need that cart later.
Mm-hmm.
Also, getting a cart through dense forest is ill-advised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did we so
It's-
that means we would have had to stable it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a stable you can pay. If you want, I'll just give you a little. Whoever's paying it, it's a 5 silver deposit and then 2 silver a night after that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
depending on how long you're
Who's
staying,
paying it?
you can put in the nights ahead of time if you want.
Mhm.
Yes. I
Sonnet
think
taking
Sonnet
care
would
of
have taken care of the stable stuff maybe for like 3-4 nights paid ahead. Yeah.
that? Mhm.
Okay.
That's how long she expects it to take. If it takes longer, she'll pay more. So how much would that be?
So it's say 3 nights, 5 gold, 2 gold pieces. That's 6. A gold and a silver.
Gold and a silver. Fuck. Thank you.
There you go. So you leave the cart behind and stable it.
That settles my nerves.
You're good.
Yeah.
So, oh boy. Oh yeah.
We're walking through the
Hex, I
Korak
hope you
forest,
saw. I hope you
following
saw
a
the
cutie.
trigger warning.
Do what?
Mhm.
There's a trigger warning in DM realm for the next part.
Oh, hang on. Let me see. Blah, 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 blah.
Because you were away when I said it.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. You guys are making your way through Korak Forest. As you do so, oh, let me change the music. Actually, hold on. We gotta have
Yes.
this. Stop the bot. And hold on. Yeah. Okay, and entering Korak Forest in of itself, like as soon as you enter it, it almost darkens. Ikora, you've experienced this before. The tree canopy is so thick and dense that even in broad daylight, the forest itself remains a little bit dark, requiring at least like some sort of light, whether that be torchlight or something just to carry through. Makair seems to make himself seems confident of the way that he's headed, at the very least, and so the path ahead is not filled with stripe in whatever that may be.
Mhm.
Oh my god, brain. Trying to see if there's anything I wanted to bring up, but I think I'm gonna get to it. After the bit of an hour of a bit of a hike,
Mhm.
a lot of you come to a massive log. That's Makair just kind of sprints through that you can't see past due to a thickness of a small little fog. And Makair just runs up ahead, running through it.
Wait,
Makair, wait!
we're just gonna follow after.
Following after, a lot of you break past the fog into a very large clearing. The sun now shines through almost as if it hadn't been blocked at all. In front of you, you can see like you're standing on a little bit of water. There's like the like it's not marshy as much as just like it seems like it rained recently, so there's still patches and puddles. And all around you, you are seeing Deku scrubs. You are seeing you're seeing Minish ride around and flow around, specifically Forest Minish, like move about the place. You're seeing Koroks flying around in those little like hovering devices, as well as walking and playing and doing things. You're seeing different types of flowers, different types of things. Ikora, you've seen all of this before, but for a lot of you, this is a new experience, a very beautiful experience. The rendering could use some work though. Lags a bit.
Is it chugging? Oh, Lewis is chugging.
Lewis is chugging from trying to process all of it.
There's so much spores in here. It's getting in the fucking fans.
Oh god, the wind simulation and the atmospheric fog. Oh no.
Walking forward ahead, immediately in front of you, about let's say 100 foot away, is a triangular pedestal. You can see where something would have been stuck into it before, and you see silent princesses, rare flowers that you can now recognize. Hell yeah, the lo-fi headset. Just growing in abundance here. Immediately above you, a massive, just large tree, the largest tree you have ever seen, grows above you. You see pink petals and flowers growing up on its branches. Compared to the rest of the forest in of itself, which is just green, this color stands out. And carved into it is a face. which looks upon the lot of you, and you see it move, and it speaks. Hold on.
Whoa.
Ah, Ikora. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you as well.
And I see you've brought with you some friends. You see Makair has ran ahead, and it's just like clamoring on with the other Koroks, beginning to go and play.
Oh.
Oh.
He is within his element.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can call him over if you want, but
I think we should let him play.
Lewis
Yeah.
comparatively looks so out of his element, it's not funny.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. With
He starts
Yeah.
looking
With
around
Ine.
and around.
Mhm.
I will say there's a couple of Koroks that kind of clamber near you, Lewis, and kind of like tap you and go like, "You want to come play with us?"
Maybe later.
Perhaps a different time, children. I believe we have much to speak of.
Yes.
Sorry. Oh,
That's you.
It's okay. We got the intro of the music turning to a little more serious tone. It's good. It's
Mhm.
atmospheric.
now you're walking
Yeah, for a
forward.
moment I thought that was a Great Deku tree that was coughing, and I was like, ah, shit, this early.
That can be the
Awesome.
that can be the Great Deku tree coughing. Actually, the Great Deku tree does cough.
Oh,
Anyways,
shit.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm sure that while you may be familiar with me, I am the Great Deku tree.
I will nod because I have
Waiting for
met
introduction.
before.
Constelle does not know how to respond. He just is like, Makair has mentioned you a lot.
It's good to finally meet you.
And a lot of you as well. Might I have your names?
I'm Sonnet. Sonnet Summer Dance.
My designation is Guardian Intelligence Class Living Library 0015.
Just a little bit of curiosity. A little bit curious at that.
Understandably. Constelle.
Ineansu.
Nice.
Oh.
Gotta lower the music a little bit. The problem with playing an old, wizened, old man, basically, is that I just fucking I want to talk slowly, but my brain's like, you don't have anything to say ever. Actually, you want to imply knowledge, and you don't have the smarts for this.
I hold. To be fair, I
Mhm.
think the older you get, the more comfortable you are with not saying shit ever.
You're so
I
right.
can, in fact, confirm this.
You're so right. Actually, that makes sense. Ikora,
Yes.
how goes you on your quest?
The quest is going.
Mhm.
Good to hear.
Thank you, Lewis. Very cool.
Yeah. She
Now-
makes those like awkward little jazz hands, and she's just, I'm not doing it alone.
That's better. Now, to what do I have the honor of your presence?
There were things we
Well.
had to ask him, right? Lewis says, looking to
Mhm.
the rest of the crew.
Yeah, Sonnet.
Yeah.
Sonnet is nudging Ikora, because first and
Yeah.
foremost, the sword!
Yep.
Well, there's a few things that we need some more guidance on. And let me roll a d2 to see if Ikora interprets Sonnet's nudging as talk about the sword versus talk about Sonnet.
Wow.
Because, again, she's not the brightest.
I love her.
Okay, so she did interpret it correctly.
Okay,
Yay!
So-
Yay.
So Ikora will go, but to start with, since we're on that topic, she will shrug off her backpack and pull out the sword.
Yes.
As my brain immediately starts to collapse in on itself.
So as you pull out the sword, Lewis is gonna point at it and go, right. We need help finding the next
Pale ore.
step. The pale.
Or-
No,
No,
did
we have
did
that.
we
Pale
not
ore
find
anymore.
that?
You have the master ore.
No, no, no.
We
Yeah, we have the
Yeah,
master
we
ore.
have the
It's,
master ore.
what is it? We need a forge.
forge.
Yeah, forge.
And a
that's
master
it.
forger.
Yeah.
Blacksmith.
Somebody who
I feel like
can
one of
handle
the-
this. Who has a skill to
Yeah,
handle
yeah.
I
this.
feel like one of those things is going to be a bit harder than the other.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Huh. The sword that seals the darkness in front of you was crafted long before I even came to existence. And the myth and legend as to how it was is, well, muddied by the history of Hyrule. And it's multiple. I don't want to say erasures. I don't want to steal Alice's word. It's multiple falls.
Yeah, there you go.
But I can think of, and you see, he seems to think before falling into like a cough. I could think of,
Are you alright?
you need not worry yourself. You can
Insight.
inquire about it later.
Insight.
Feel free to roll insight, sure.
Yeah!
Hush.
I love insight. 18!
18. Perhaps it's because you've grown so much around Makir, you understand the intricacies of how to talk to wooden beings. You know that he is genuinely holding back, and also as a healer, you know that that's a bad cough.
Yeah.
But it is also something that you can tell he will talk about once he's answered your questions.
Okay.
Okay.
There's no need to.
Understood.
There's no need to worry about it for now. I was checking in on a
Fair
source, and I do believe there may be somewhere where you can find someone with the knowledge as to how to work on the Master Sword. Deep within the academy on Hammersworn, and I'll spell that out.
Ooh.
And it is not on the map. And because none of you recognize the name except for you, in
Oh shit.
This is a
Oh.
Minish. This is a Minish settlement.
Yo.
Yo!
I'm excited.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Hammersorn is the largest Minish settlement, found deep within the caves of Goron City.
Oh shit.
Hammersorn, there is a Minish who has studied blades similar to the Master Sword itself, and would do almost anything to be able to look at one like this.
Finish.
All right.
Taking notes.
I'm also taking notes.
Constelle kind of thinks about that as just, and they'll know how to. They'll be able to. They'll be able to repair the sword.
Perhaps. I cannot guarantee it. I do not know them personally. That is what
Do
my
you know of their name?
Mantor.
Mantor.
Mentor.
Man whore, got it.
No, god damn it.
I'm sorry.
Named.
He's a mountain Minish.
Mountain Minish.
You'll find him in the Academy of Hammersorn. And Hammersorn is the largest Minish settlement, which might prove to be an issue. Seeing as how none of you could get in, except for one of you.
Lewis looks at himself. And looks a little sad.
I may yet have a solution.
Oh.
And you see a Korok pike up, almost like he just got spoken to, deep within his brain. One with a yellow mask that is cut off at the very top and makes like a lily pad. He seems to be like really tall Korok for his size, like almost twice the size, like not even Makair, like a little bit taller, a little bit twice the size of Makair. Much more thinner though. He's just like, oh, I'll go get it. Thank you. And I need to come up with another name for a Korok. Thank you, Chloro.
Chloral.
Chlorophyll.
Chloral!
Chlorophyll.
Yeah, nice.
Can't wait until we meet the Korok who's named Mitochondria.
They would
Just
be the
Mito.
powerhouse of the forest.
Mhm. But yes, that is where you may find somebody who would have the knowledge as to how to work on the sword.
Constelle nods.
Your best bet at the very
Lewis
least.
also nods.
There's one other thing, Great Deku Tree.
Yes.
What are you aware of what the King of Hyrule has claimed?
Yes, I am very aware.
What? How can word?
How can word?
Fuck. How would we be able to disprove his claims and prove that once it's fixed, we possess the actual sword. Or Ikora possesses the actual sword.
Nothing short of having an army on your side. No offense. The king commands most of the kingdom, and the moment that knowledge caught whim that you were still alive, Ikora, and that you are carrying the sword, that knowledge would make its way over to the king immediately, and the entirety of Hyrule's army would be up on your head.
His
That is
response
sort
would
of
be
what I
to silence.
figured. Constelle
is not liking this. He is liking this even less.
Lewis's eyes kind of gain the purplish hue, but Lewis stays quiet.
Is
Mhm.
there a he's like struggling to find the word here. Because my immediate thought is malice, but that's not a really, I mean, yes, but that's more like a sickness here.
It takes many forms.
Yeah.
Is there a malice at work with the king?
I wish I could tell you. Sadly, my resources do not reach deep within this castle, and for the most part blocked trying to reach.
Not surprised.
It was not like this at a young age. The late Princess Zelda raised a fine boy, and it was not overnight, but it is at this point, by the way, that somebody arrives with a a green cap upon their hands, being followed by Chloro. Marzi, if you could please describe your character.
Tee giggle.
Tee hee hoo. So she stands tall, almost regal, but the way she's dressed in tattered, worn clothing that hangs off her shoulders and around her waist. Even the shirt underneath the long sleeves has holes in it. Her hair falls just a little past her shoulders. Also kind of tatty. A dirty blonde. In one hand, she's holding a staff that's almost like a shepherd's crook. And that's all you can really get from her, considering her face is covered by a big old leaf, just like a Korok. Aww.
And Jade, shall I send
Yes,
the image?
Please do.
That I
Please do
speed
send.
ran in 15
Yes.
minutes before this game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Very good.
Yeah.
A very good image.
Yes.
I see I've convinced you on the polyline tool. Yeah, this was all polyline.
That's very good.
Polyline, my fucking beloved.
Beautiful.
You see Chloro follows behind you before tripping over and like saying like, "Miss, please, you don't. I was supposed to be getting the hat.
A hat?
Please, this is my moment.
And you see,
missed out on this chance to speak to visitors. I never get to see the visitors.
You see the Great Deku tree does a big sigh.
I think Ikora's just like, you know that one Spider-Man point? She stands the fuck up because human, Hillian, person, hello.
If a tree could facepalm, the Great Deku tree would be doing it right now.
You're making
Lewis
people
is-
sad.
Looking back and forth in between
sad.
this and this new person and Ikora, and is just like tilts head to the side. I'm like, what?
Zelda, you are not supposed to be out right now.
Constelle's ears go up.
Lewis starts whirring.
Yeah,
If
just like
Ikora
face
was
drop.
getting, if Ikora was getting out of the stance beforehand, she's even more stanced the fuck up now.
Sonnet is probably the only one not reacting to such an extreme. She's just waving. Hello.
As I said, you can't see her face because of the big old leaf, but as she's leaning on that sort of shepherd crook like staff, her body language is coy, a little playful. She's just, I'm never supposed to be out here when visitors are around, which unfair.
Lewis is looking at Constelle. How? What's Constelle going to do?
Constelle is standing at parade. No, he is not at parade rest, actually. His back is rigid and he is like a soldier at attention.
She.
It is dangerous for you to be seen by others. Please. The Great Deku tree, who begins coughing again.
You won't be able to protect me forever.
Hi.
And she whirls to Lewis and just looks absolutely delighted. Hello, little one.
Lewis looks down at himself at the fact that he's taller than most of the people at the.
You are also
the
taller
party.
than you are also taller than Zelda here.
Yes,
Mhm.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks back up to Zelda. Hi. His eye is completely wide and bright.
It has been so long since I've even heard news of you.
What? Whoa, hold on, what?
Of me? What?
Come, let's play.
What? Hello? No, hold
It's
on.
gonna- Wait, did Zelda run away?
Time out.
Yeah.
Time out here.
Zelda ran away.
Wait! Come back! Lewis just looks at everyone else like, what is going on?
Yeah, you ain't the only one.
Forgive Zelda.
I don't know a better way to say this, Great Deku Tree. Please excuse me, but what the fuck?
Zelda here is the late Princess Zelda's daughter.
Oh.
Which
Okay.
is Constelle is you've read up on the current history, and Ikora, you know this for a fact. No, she fucking ain't. According to the normal history books, late Princess Zelda only had 3 daughters, all of who live within Hyrule Castle, as well as the king.
He's going to state this. Do we know the 3? Well, I assume Constelle knows the 3 daughters' names.
Yes, they're princesses currently. I don't have their exact names, but they're based. Their names are based off Farouche, like the 3 golden goddesses. Their name after the 3 golden goddesses.
Okay. I'm going to just use those names just for a stand-in right now. But basically, Constelle will just say, I know my history and my current events. Zelda has 3 daughters. And they are... Huh?
When?
Did you say? What?
When what?
When did Zelda have another daughter?
Yeah. She only has 3 daughters, and they're Din Farosh and Dinral, Farosh, and Nadra.
That is a long story. Oh god, the Day Deku tree is fucking sighing because god damn it, Zelda, you're not supposed to be here.
Yes, she is. Just not here.
Yeah, you know.
I had a question for you, Great Deku Tree, but I don't know how to word it.
Long before Hyrule, after the last calamity, Hyrule required funding, in a sense. So Zelda married a lord from outside of the country, and in turn, that lord provided money and such. It was not a marriage born out of love, but
It was
born
a
out of
political
necessity. Correct.
It was a political marriage, yes.
That is the marriage where all of Zelda's current Zelda's children who run politics come from.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them are the ones who descended with the power of the Golden Light, Golden Goddess. Zelda fell in love with someone else. Late into her years, had a 4th daughter. It was kept secret.
Daughter.
Secret daughter.
Secret daughter.
Secret daughter.
Okay.
I'm sorry, keep going.
The current ruler of Hyrule is decided by divine right. Should somebody not show up, it is given to the first child born within the family. That divine right is the power of the Golden Goddess, which Zelda, who was not born into the royal family, possesses.
And
Oh no.
and if news of that got out, the King of Hyrule would immediately lose his throne.
Political upheaval and such.
Yes.
Not immediately. It would not surprise me if he attempted to manipulate and try to get his hands on Zelda. It's also... He does not wish for competition and knows that he himself will not be the one to gain the power of the goddess. One of his sisters will. Should Zelda come out, it would put the three of them in danger. Zelda knew this and entrusted her to me from a young age.
Do they know of her existence?
The king and princesses? No.
Yes. Okay.
How do you hide that?
You would be surprised.
There are many, 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 many tales.
How do you hide that? Man,
You
there was a
would be
really long
very
vacation the princess
carefully.
took. Yeah, very carefully.
Very
There was a
carefully.
vacation that the princess took to the islands a long time ago. No.
Okay.
Uh,
I have to ask.
Complete
Is this-
honesty, there was a fucking YouTuber that I watch that was pregnant and had a kid and did nobody fucking knew until like a year after this kid was born because she hid her pregnancy that well.
What? Okay,
yeah.
I do have to ask, is this a universe in which the bra of holding exists? Because if it is,
the what?
then
The bra of holding?
bra of
Yeah,
holding.
sure. Yes.
Just put the bump in there.
Yeah.
Yes. You wear the trick here is you wear looser clothing. You sit and you hold yourself slightly different.
The one thing that I wasn't expecting us to discuss is the intricacies as to how Princess Zelda hid her pregnancy.
After 4 kids, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The body goes through some changes.
I guess that's fair.
Goodness gracious.
I believe
Freaking Sonnet is handing me she does not know a lot about politics. All she's getting is just the vibes of everyone else's reactions and realizing how bad this is.
Right.
That was not the question I had.
That's the question I had.
What was your question? My child.
Lewis, very obviously taps the wooden pieces and then goes, do you know the one who completed me and made these?
Construct of the Sheikah and child of the Korra. I did not personally meet your maker, but there is somebody here who did. And he looks towards the direction of where Zelda went. The seed that sprouted within you and that forms part of your body did come from me, though.
Oh. I guess Lewis is going to go towards the direction of where Zelda went.
Just immediately.
You just met your dad and you're not even gonna say anything? Damn.
He doesn't know what to say. What are you expecting?
No, you're
He
good.
doesn't
You're
know
so
the
valid.
Concept. He pauses for a moment. There's a whirring sound. And then he turns and starts walking.
We'll get to that scene.
Well, this life just got a whole lot more complicated in the span of 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh, just
yeah.
now?
I have my own questions, not about that situation. Like Sonnet says, gesturing at all that.
Yeah, he nods.
My first question, and she points to the cap that has been brought to them, which has probably been forgotten about by Zelda.
The cap? The what?
Yeah, the cap,
Like the cap.
the hat,
That
the
Oh.
cap.
yeah.
No, Zelda still has it. She took it with her.
Oh, never
Never
mind.
gave it to you.
Oh, cool.
If you want
Okay.
it, you have to play.
Lewis
Oh.
is headed that direction.
There you go.
God.
I was wondering what that was.
That is a good question.
The cap is an old relic
Well,
made by the great mage Eslo. Which, roll me a history check, NA.
Oh shit. Every time, like,
Me knowing the Minish cap.
20. Fucking wait. I actually have to check this shit. Yeah, I just can't roll this blankly. Yeah, you have noticed anything to history, it's fine. 8! Nothing! As expected.
Yo.
Nice.
Doesn't spark any bells.
It's same thing as me. Name rings a bell.
Yeah. It allows a higher version of the spell enlarge and reduce on creatures that last for far longer, that would have allowed you to enter the diminished settlement of Hammerstone.
Oh.
Huh.
It is. Sonnet nods. Okay, good to know. Second question. Let me pull up my notes.
Mhm.
I was told to come here by the great fairy Kotera and ask, what do you know of the flower Sundelion?
That
Is it possible to acquire?
The name of that flower is one I haven't heard in the history of Hyrule for quite a bit. It grew high above the skies, hardly before Hyrule's founding, and only a little bit after my creation, and the Great Deku trees before me. Or the creation of the Great Deku trees before him. The knowledge is passed down through each tree, so on and so forth. Trees, roots, or whatever. Do not know if it grows anywhere within Hyrule itself, here. But there may be places where it does grow where my roots do not reach. And his eyes look upward.
At first, Sonnet is just like, oh, okay, that's not helpful, until, like, he looks upward, and then she's just looking up as well, like, what, is there just an island above us?
There's not an island above you, but he does mention Hyrule's history comes from that of the sky. They are Hyrule. There may be places where my roots do not reach high up there, though getting quite that high will be a challenge even for that of a Rito. Your best place to investigate is, and he takes a bit of time before answering, as this is like this is his way of like recalling a memory. Before he Uh, oh my god, my fucking brain. Comes back coughing a little bit. And the memory that he pulls, that he tells you is, near the Tabanta tundra lays a set of canyons by Sundra Town. Inside of those canyons is an old forgotten temple to that of the land and the sky. Perhaps you may find your answer there. And to put you where that is on the map, okay, cool. We do have the map pinned. Right underneath Thundertown, like in between that bend, that is where he points you towards. If you gave him a map, he kind of like grows out of the bark in his tree. You see like an indentation of the map of Hyrule, and you see that he points to it. Like a location grows
well, actually,
there.
Sonnet does have like an actual map, which she does pull out and hold up to him.
Well, he can't really move. He's a fucking tree. But
yeah.
His branches
She
point
just,
towards
like,
a location.
Points her finger. Yeah.
So you have that location now.
Cool.
Factor
Adding that to
into
the
their
future
travel plans.
destination. Yippee!
So many travel plans. You're picking up quests.
Yay!
Oh boy.
Yippee! Quest!
Kanji road trip.
As an additional question, after we find the flower, is there anyone we should bring it to?
An expert healer. Somebody who... Sonnet, I've heard of your tales through my network of Korans and my children. Mikaela speaks highly of you.
Told you.
Yes. Mikaela speaks highly of you.
Oh,
Well, you are quite knowledgeable in your knowledge. Well, you are quite the healer. Somebody with further expertise. That I'll leave that one open ended to you. You have a couple of people you could think of, specifically that Gerudo healer. That you can go back to Lurelin. You can go back to you can meet up with that Gerudo healer you met with during Lurelin Village. That you can find somebody else. That I'll leave open ended.
Yeah. Sonnet will nod. I can think of a few possibilities, thank you. And then she kind of like glances off towards the trees where Zelda ran off. She'll look back to the Deku tree, give a polite little bow, and then fly off to see if she can catch up with the runaway child.
And Lewis.
And Lewis.
And Lewis. The
'Cause he
runaway
went that
children.
direction.
Thank you, by the way, for bringing Mikaela to me.
No problem! Just calls off as she flies away.
And now, maybe we should address the other elephant in the room.
Yes.
Are you all... What is ailing you, Great Deku Tree?
What ails me is something that ailed you once before. Age.
Your...
I'm reaching the end of mine.
Constelle looks back to all of the Deku sprouts around like... Ah, I see. Is that why the Koroks are being called?
I would like to see my children one last time. I don't have much time left.
Ah.
I wanted to make sure that
Nods.
you were guided correctly. Looking at you, Ikora.
He knows.
Ikora does nod, and is there anything we can do to help you be more comfortable?
You have done more than enough. Thank you for bringing me, McClare.
Ikora nods. It's no problem. Thank you.
You can let Sonnet know, or tell her to come to me. He is the next in line. And that...
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to plant our
Yep.
boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put him in the ground.
Hmm.
6 feet
is that
under
what we're
positive.
ending on?
Yeah. He's gonna get so bored in there.
Very affectionate.
He's gonna be so bored.
Yeah.
You have to make it into a game.
Oh.
Here in the garden.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
How dare you!
Moving...
No.
Moving towards a different scene. Zelda, Sonnet, and
Lewis.
Lewis. Sorry, it's not that I forgot, it's just that I ran out of breath. I have not had water, and I should get some water at some point.
Oh, to drink
Take
some
a fucking
water.
sit, babes.
Take
But
a fucking sippy.
the three of you are running around the coral forest.
I was gonna say, because they didn't run after her immediately,
You have a head start.
it takes a
boy.
while.
You have a head start.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, she does. But Lewis can hear laughter just through the leaves of the trees. But it's hard to tell what's rustling from the wind and what's rustling from someone putting their weight on branches.
Doesn't help that there's also a bunch of Koroks also playing around.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Lewis, so I'm going to say that Lewis has probably observed a game of hide and seek before.
Well, you've played it with the kids back in Lurelin.
Yeah, okay, good. So we know what hide and seek is.
Good. Just get that down pat.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make sure.
After a moment of like seriously looking around, Lewis is going to adopt a lower to the ground and start going, where are you? As he starts just like looking slowly into the bushes, tamping lightly, because obviously he's it.
I will say this, Zelda, roll me a stealth check with advantage.
You fucking got it.
And Lewis and Sonnet both rolled perception checks if you're looking for Zelda.
Yep.
Yay!
My perception is a +4.
So
Ooh.
we don't get advantage specifically on moving targets.
Correct.
So like, I'll leave that up to Marzi if I get the advantage or not.
Here's the thing.
They didn't.
I
Okay.
got a dirty 20.
Nice. I'm going to argue that you don't, because there is a lot of moving parts here.
Fair
There's
enough.
Koroks who are playing different games than you are. There's some Koroks that have seen the new game of hide and seek that Zelda has incited and decided to join in, thinking that they're part of the game.
Aww.
There's Deku
There's a
scrubs
lot
who are
of
yeah. There's Deku scrubs who like are and Deku children who like are sitting on the branches watching y'all and like occasionally like they'll point you in the wrong direction, Sonnet, as well as Lewis. Just fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
I
He'll
rolled in the wrong
lightly-
channel. Holy shit!
God damn.
At 20 and a
Lewis will
26.
will
That's a
lightly
net
tap
20,
on
believe it or not.
Each Korok as they point in the direction and could just go hee hee.
Zelda, where do you hide? Where are you hiding?
See, when Zelda ran off and started this impromptu game of hide and seek, she decided, as the one who started it, why stay in one spot? And having grown up here and knowing how to traverse, like, both on the hello Angel, Jesus Christ, I'm doing something. She was raised here. She knows how to maneuver, both on the ground and through the trees. Which is actually what her staff is kind of for. It looked deceptively thin and a little what's the word? Fragile. But no, she actually fucking uses that shit to hook onto branches and climb and swing around. Whee!
It's thin-
Activate
it's
monkey
thin-
powers.
It's thin because it's springy.
Yeah.
Made out of living wood, so.
I get it. Oh.
So
no, go ahead.
it's not that they're looking for a specific spot. It is that they have to spot her and get her to stop.
Hang on. Dang it.
Little stealth roll. What's your passive passive perception, Marzi or Zelda?
14.
14.
Dang it.
Yeah, sorry.
Lewis isn't being quiet.
Yeah.
He's not stealthing, he's playing the game. And because he's it, that means he has to be at least a little bit loud. So he's intentionally like lightly tapping on the ground as he walks to emphasize where he is.
Yeah.
Because this is a game.
You both managed to spot Zelda and basically like Sonnet first, and Sonnet, you actually managed to just keep an eye on Zelda, like consistently, no matter where she goes. Once you got her like once you got her in your eyes, you're just following her like a hawk, which helps with Lewis, who manages to catch a sight, and sometimes you might lose her, but you can catch her almost immediately, especially with help of Sonnet. So now it's just a race of trying to catch her. Now, I will say that fucking Lewis's speed is fucking scary.
Lewis's speed is 50, and Lewis has the gloves of climbing and swimming.
Yeah,
Which
so
means he could climb no matter what.
This
without being impeded.
Hold on. So wait. So there's a visual of like this human this Hylian who's like climbing around and being very comfortable with like the branches and knowing where to step to not have it fall down and to like land where they want to. Followed by also this giant robot that does mechanical gearing that's bending over like some trees a little bit sideways as they climb on top.
And I think the visual is probably helped by the fact that Lewis's toes curl a little bit. So it's just like hopping from tree to tree, very gently curling into the bark. So there might be just like tiny, tiny, tiny traces of his passage.
What's your speed, Zelda?
Sonnet,
My speed is a 30.
I'm
Sonnet's
sorry, I'm a
flying speed is
barbarian.
also 50. Sonnet's flying speed is also 50.
Zelda, it was never even a race.
No, all she had was that head start. That's all she had.
Yeah.
To
Though
be
I will
honest,
say,
Lewis doesn't catch up immediately. Lewis plays the game.
Sonnet, what are you saying?
I was gonna say, if Sonnet was allowed to like catch up first, she would like try to fly behind Zelda and go, "Hello."
Forcing Zelda
Hello
to
does
take
get a
different
loud
paths.
laugh. Yeah.
I almost caught you.
Or get acquired. No.
No.
Oh.
Fuck, that fucking got me.
What are you gonna do here, Zelda? You're basically gonna be sandwiched in between these two pretty soon.
Actually,
Yeah?
do you want to make this more interesting?
Oh. Adding new rules in the middle of the game? How cheatsy of you.
I'm sure Lewis will understand if we get a little bit more fun and out of this. And then Sonnet is gonna boop the middle of Zelda's mask and cast enhance ability.
On Zelda?
On Zelda.
What are you enhancing?
Let me look. Giving you Cat's Grace. The target has advantage on dexterity checks. It also doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if it isn't incapacitated. So, you have advantage on stealth now.
Okay.
There's a loud peal of laughter after Sonnet taps her. And she's just, you. I like you.
Sonnet just gives a little thumbs up.
Before she pauses on a branch just long enough to yell out to Lewis, "You're gonna have to be faster than that, little one!" Before actually dropping out of the tree.
I assume he sees you dropping out of the tree, so he's going to actually pick up the speed to try to catch you. Because oh god, this is not what I was. No.
All right. So if you're gonna try to stealth this time around, please do roll me a stealth check and roll me a perception check, Lewis.
Sonnet is just gonna very cheekily sit in the branches where she was.
So,
Lewis!
I got a 7 plus 4. Seems like Lewis started to panic, and
Fucking 20, huh?
Yeah. She drops from the tree and fucking vanishes. I'm sorry, Louis.
Where'd she go? Oh my god, did she get hurt?
You know the spell bark skin? Just cast bark skin on yourself so you blend in with the trees.
She probably is still nearby since Lewis did pick up the speed. And stays hidden for a moment, but Lewis seems to be genuinely panicked, yes?
Yeah, he's genuinely panicked. It's not enough to break, any sticks or anything, but he's looking around like, oh god, what happened? Did she get hurt? Why? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
Sonnet would have called out, don't worry, she's alright.
He pauses and just like kind of sits for a moment. He goes.
There's a cooing behind Lewis as Zelda steps out of her very quickly chosen hiding spot, and is just, oh, little one.
Lewis, you don't need to breathe.
I like the idea of Constelle showing up.
just there.
Constelle is just there now.
Intentionally making. He's intentionally making the breathing noise.
Okay.
It's the whirring of the fan.
He doesn't need to breathe, but he can make the noise.
There's just more worried cooing as Zelda walks towards Lewis, and it's just, oh, little one, I didn't mean to. Oh.
He turns around and just like looks her over, like very obviously just checking before he reaches out and goes, boop, tag.
Oh, you're both cheaters, aren't you?
I was genuinely worried.
Incredible.
And Zelda laughs again and puts her hands very, very gently on you, Lewis, and is just, oh, I was raised here. I've been told this is the safest place for me. Falling out of a tree isn't going to hurt me.
You've fallen out of trees plenty of times.
Yeah, fucking.
I think what Sonnet is going to do is, once the two of them are talking, Sonnet's going to glide over to the others and let them know that Zelda has been found in the game.
Good.
There's a ka-chunk sound that comes from him, and he's just like, his light pulsates. The Great Deku tree said you know the person who completed me.
I saw them, yes. They gave up
Lewis.
something.
Oh. They gave up something.
Children are very important. To have one must give something up.
Lewis has no idea what this means.
Lewis gets a little boop. And it's just, the Great Deku Tree told you, did he not? Child of the Korok?
Lewis's eye widens and he stays like that for a moment, and the fans are worrying like, whoa.
What do you think McCarrick called his sibling?
The others are also very excited to see you playing.
You immediately get tackled by like 15 Koroks, by the way.
Lewis just kind of There's a sound like he's about to fall over, but he doesn't. He's got 3 legs.
He's fine.
He's
Don't
he's
even worry
having
about
a
it.
mental breakdown right now.
He's physically fine.
He genuinely does not know how to take this, and he's silently worrying.
It takes
Thinking real big.
yeah. I think
Mhm.
eventually a lot of you are guided towards back towards the Great Deku tree, specifically by Chloro, while you still think.
Yeah.
Chloro is telling you, like, give me the hat.
No.
We have to give it to them.
I'm gonna give it to them.
Okay, then go! Go give it to them!
Don't tell me what to do. I'll give
You-
it to them when I give it to them.
You took the hat!
Yeah, I
They
did.
need it now.
What are you gonna do about it? No.
Are they having this discussion where everyone else can hear them?
Yes,
As
just
they're
slightly
walking
further
back, I
away.
assume, yes.
Yes.
Sonnet is just laughing fondly.
Okay, children, you can both give us the hat.
You give the hat?
Ikora says you both can give us the hat, and Zelda, just to be petty, is like, no, I'll give you the hat, and hands over the hat.
To Chloro or to Ikora?
To Ikora. Oh, but
Ikora-
actually, does Ikora reach for it?
I guess so if Zelda's handing it to her.
Yeah, she's holding it out. As soon as Ikora reaches for it, Zelda's other hand comes up and clasps Ikora's hand. And very conspiratorially leans forward. This is the first time I've ever been allowed to speak to you.
So fucking creepy! I'm so glad I told you to be like this.
Based.
I'm sorry, have we almost met before?
Oh, probably plenty of times. But I'm not
Plenty?
allowed out, you see.
Oh, thank you, Iki, for randomly licking my finger.
The wolf is here now.
The wolf.
The hat
Wolf is
smell
here.
funny.
It's so funny. Wanna have a sniff?
Well, good to meet you properly.
It is, isn't it? Oh, but I
Ikora
guess I
quickly
must not.
glances back at the rest of them.
If Ikora looks in Lewis's direction, Lewis is like light dim, like staring at like. There's a lot going on behind.
There's like 15 Koroks on top of you.
Mhm. I think automatically sometimes one of them will get tossed lightly into the air.
Yippee! The game to them.
And then Zelda leans back and pats Ikora on the hand and lets her keep the hat. And Zelda's just, oh, but I guess I must stop there, else I get even more trouble after you leave.
Oh,
I love getting to be creepy.
Mhm.
Lewis actually Can I would like to speak to the Great Deku tree alone, if that's okay. Looking at the rest of the party.
That's fine with me. That she looks up at the Great Deku tree because do they have the time for that?
You can speak to me
I think we have
later
time.
tonight. If that is all right.
Thank you.
I have an announcement I must make. So you see, he shakes his leaves, like his head, and like a couple of Koroks begin falling out of the tree. Like some of them fall out and just immediately like bonk.
Lewis will reach forward and catch one.
Yeah.
So
Some
it
others
doesn't
are
bonk.
hover down with the leaves.
A
Deku
Korok that
scrubs-
isn't Mikhail falls into Sonnet's basket.
Yeah. Ooh, comfy. Let me get the right music for this.
Oh boy.
Let me hope that it plays, because it might just not play. Hold on.
Fingers crossed.
And if it doesn't, then I'll
Fingers
download
crossed.
it, and we'll take a smaller break while I download it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Can we take a small little break anyways?
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's take a
Mhm.
small little break while I test this.
Thank you.
This is gonna be. We're about to reach the end of it, so
Mhm.
Need to use the restroom.
yeah, go.
I hope you had fun with my intro.
I
does
love
play.
this.
I sure did.
I love Zelda so much.
This incarnation is pretty nice. Yes.
Problem child, I love. Sonnet took one look at her and was like, "Oh, you're a stinker. I like you."
Sorry it took so long to get to you, by the way.
No, that's fine. I've been vibing.
Ikora's a little bit semi creeped out TM, but that's let's be real. Links and Zeldas don't tend to get off on the right foot
Yeah.
almost ever, unless they already know each other.
I
Wow,
look
let's-
directly at Wind Waker.
Do you ever just R Zelda and you launch your Link into a stone wall?
I think multiple of them
Yeah.
would take this opportunity, actually.
Yeah.
Do you ever meet Zelda after watching your uncle die? I look at I look at the fucking oh my god, Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Mhm. You ever meet Zelda and you're a wolf?
Yeah.
You
What
ever
if I
meet
was
Zelda?
just a farm boy who turns into a wolf and you were a princess?
Can you be a
Brought to
farm
you.
boy and a goth? Yes, Link.
Yes, it's
Yes.
Link.
We love a goth farm boy.
You ever meet Zelda for like your train verification?
And she's a ghost and she's
to a
dead?
ghost?
You ever meet Zelda and then immediately get put into an eternal slumber by an outside force? This message brought to you by Cadence of Hyrule.
You ever meet Zelda and then you get turned into a fucking painting?
I think it's Baroque.
Then fix it.
Ah,
I think it's
So bad. Bad jokes, everyone. Baroque is a fucking style of music.
I know.
I know. I was dying.
You ever meet Zelda?
Music.
You ever meet Zelda and she promptly gets kidnapped by a cyclone?
It's just great to have such limited Legend of Zelda knowledge about. It really is her game. She just keeps taking places.
Do you ever just meet Zelda, die for like 100 years, and then meet her again?
And she's trans.
And yeah.
But what if we were both trans?
Hey, there is a couple of heroes that were and princes that were like that in my story at the very least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You think my Zelda has a
In
gender?
my story.
Bold assumption.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's in the mulch.
My gender is mulch. My pronouns are leaf fall.
Leaf fall.
Everybody here, we're about to get to the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right. So the Great Deku tree gathers up all of the Koroks. You see Deku Scrubs and Minish, alike Forest Minish, just gather up and sit amongst the trees and sit amongst the like rocks and stuff. All gather around the Great Deku tree. As many Koroks as could be here today. The only some of them still at work. Some of them just not being able to make it. And at the very center of it, walking upwards to you, Sonnet, so you can asking for uppies, is McCare.
Oh.
No.
She will bend down and pick up McCare and hold. Gentle, like football.
And the Great Deku tree speaks. And you see as he does, there is a bit of a sadness to his words. You see a bit of rain begins to pour, and children of the forest, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to see me. I know I've been with you for quite a while, and I'd hoped that I would be with you for quite a while longer. Cycle of life ends, starts, and is reborn. And like the Great Deku trees before me, I am close to reaching my end. And Ikora, as he says this, you blink, and surrounding you is no longer Koroks. Where Lewis once stood now sits probably the smallest child you could possibly have ever seen. And where the Koroks stood, where the Deku Scrubs stood, now it's just children. And close to you, where you stand now, you see your form has taken on a different shape, a much younger one. Similar to how you looked when you were young, but not quite, wearing a small green tunic.
Oh boy.
And then you
I
blink
know
and
where
you're
this
back.
is going.
Tonight, we do not celebrate, and we do not mourn my death. Tonight, we celebrate a life well lived. And you see the Koroks, they cheer, they're happy. There's an air of sadness to the whole thing, but some of them begin just playing music and stuff like that. And a small little celebration is kind of put on. As oh god, sorry. He then calls out, and I am also here to announce my successor. And he points, not points as much as just, you see McCare just kind of lift out of your hands or basket, wherever he is, Sonnet. My care shall be the next great Deku tree. And you see multiple Koroks and Deku Scrubs and the Minish. Everyone in the forest just kind of cheers. and a small celebration is put on for the lot of you. Oh, the Kokiri, yeah.
If given the chance, and if I get Hex's blessing.
Yes. Hello.
There sure are a couple people who haven't had like a direct interaction with Zelda yet. So the celebration begins, music is played, and Zelda grabs Constelle by the hand.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Time to dance with the princess, motherfucker!
Yeah. He is so not a dancer. I need you to understand. He like it's
think
literally
Constelle
that
should
scene of
roll
he's dragged out to
performance.
dance and he tries to like flee back and is dragged back.
I immediately imagine he tries to fucking abscond and he turns to the rest of the party and they're just like knife cat at him.
Yeah, like you got
Except
jazz,
for
man.
Lewis, except for Lewis,
Sonnet?
who's just
Except
sat
for
down
Lewis.
again and having a moment.
Sonnet, like the moment music started up, Sonnet whipped out her little golden harp and started joining along with the music.
Yeah.
Nice.
Throughout the celebration, you guys are adorned with bits of flowers and like flower crowns and foliage, just dressed to the nines. There is a small air of sadness to this kind of celebration, but by God, the Koroks party.
Yeah.
With that, I think we can end it here and pick back up after the holidays with anything else we needed.
Hooray!
I would like to make the note that Ikora is probably going for something alcoholic since it is a party, and we'll also offer drinks to the other party members that are of age, Ine included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ine is also not safe from a dance with the
Ikora, I'm gonna leave
God.
this. Okay, I know how to leave this actually. Before we leave, Ikora, you are handed a drink by a hand.
A hand.
One does not one that was not there beforehand, as suddenly invisibility is dropped, and a pair of Gerudo are standing there.
Oh my god.
shit! Oh no! Damn!
You thought you was safe.
And your
Oh,
moms
shit.
look at you with worry and anger and a little bit of like, "Are you okay?" And then we end it there.
God.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat their
Nice.
moms!
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Ooh, you got tattled on.
So much fun.
Ooh.
And we'll
Can't
pick
believe
that
you
one
got
back up.
tattled on.
We'll pick that one back up. Later. Thank you so much for playing, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Marzi,
you,
for joining us.
Yay.
Thank you
This
for
was
letting
so
me
much
do
fun.
this. This is fucking hilarious.
It was so much fun.
I feel like I should let you guys know. Jade and I have been planning for Jade to give me the information I'll need before the session. I did get it yesterday.
Oh boy.
Yay.
we had been trying for 2 weeks.
I've been busy.
It's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's valid.
Yeah,
I love you guys.
Be like that.
I've stopped recording.
Okay, I'm
Alright.
also
Yeah.
going to stop recording now. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.